So, we brought Murloc here to just talk about life, basically, and podcasts and whatever Murloc wants to talk with us.
And
I don't even care.
games and who
Yes,
knows, right?
yes. Who knows? We did prepare a few questions just to don't go off topic just a little bit too much because we could potentially end up in jail. Right?
I
So.
mean, if we want to talk about that,
podcast.
No, but all kidding aside, we just want to learn more about who Murloc is. We want to present him to you guys, while also having fun with him, basically, right?
well, thank you. I appreciate that. I've been streaming off and on for a number of years, but it wasn't until I came to Caffeine that I actually got kind of serious about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I did the whole YouTube thing, had a channel, did okay. Comedy night, doing that whole ordeal. I was going to. It's a great game, by the way. If you guys have never been on it,
Okay.
comedy night, on the music rooms.
Oh, where you roast people.
Well, these are rooms where
Yeah.
people go in and sing, and they play instruments, and they do live
Oh.
performances.
That's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's ran mostly by Control Alt Delete or Def Pitbull, Public World. They're all on YouTube and Twitch.
Right.
It's amazing stuff. Like the kind of talent that you see in this game is just bewildering, honestly.
Nice.
So yeah, I did on that for YouTube for a while. And then I have a Twitch channel. Never really used it. Thinking I'm use it again for VR stuff. Not really sure. But yeah, Caffeine is why I got serious, and serious kinda, I guess.
Okay.
I joined it in 2017, December. And,
Nice.
been here ever since, man, and I've been loving it. I gotta say it's my home on the internet. So
You're not the only one, man.
yeah, I know, dude, and that's what I love about it.
Mm-hmm.
I've met a ton of really crazy, interesting individuals. Hell, I'm talking to them from right now. So it's been a wild ride. I grew up with a speech impediment, grew up with massive bad anxiety, all these other issues. I was always been antisocial. And streaming really was a way for me to break out of my shell.
Yeah.
And
really nice. Yeah.
I would invite something. It was great, but it didn't happen really until I got to Caffeine. And I started meeting all these people, and meeting Sophie, and meeting people like Kath and Ben, and all these other individuals.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
Yeah, so anyway, I won't dredge on too long about it, but I gotta say, them, you guys, platform, I love all of you. Like you, everyone that I've met so far, and I keep meeting. It's just been great.
Yeah.
That includes what's going on right now.
And not just streamers. I mean viewers as well. Like they're so nice,
Yeah, I like how every streamer here basically is open to doing stuff together with each other.
Yeah.
People will surprise you. Honestly, if you think people actually only stay in their groups and never go outside, you'll find occasionally that they do come up with really really big streams together, regardless of who they're usually with and why they stream. It's really really interesting. Really really cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I agree. Yeah, I gotta say, I don't think I've ever had to ban anyone from my chat. I don't think I've ever had to kick anyone out of chat. And the viewers have really been what's made it. And obviously, I'm almost at 500 followers. That's an achievement for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm happy about that. And like, let's say about, I have a good dozen or more that are return viewers, and it's nice to have that
Familiarity.
connection. Yes,
Connection.
exactly. Yes, I need to point at the camera. I'm going to the left for some reason. I keep looking over here, but yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. It's really cool. I enjoy it a lot.
So I feel like a noob right now because Softy has almost 1,000 people. You have 500. I have 120. God damn it.
Well, I've been on here since 2017.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
like, hey, it's
Well, I started
last.
last December, so.
Oh yeah, see.
In July, I never thought I'd ever get like 100 followers on any platform, let alone Caffeine.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah, I know. Yeah, I
Very
know.
happy,
Softy's
very
just-
happy where I am.
You're just a natural entertainer, Softy. You're really cool to come in and hang out just and talk to. And
He
that's
is.
what I found with Caffeine is really like different in terms of the other platforms. Is I can't go into a lot of people on Twitch and just have a conversation with them. They're playing games. There's tons of other people. You can do that.
Right, yeah.
That's how I met Softy. I just popped in his channel, started talking to him one day, and
Same.
and there you have it.
And now we're doing podcasts.
Yeah, it was so. It was nice. It was nice to be able to have that connection and that familiarity.
Yeah, I've been on Twitch as well before. Like I started a few years back and was there for like a year or two. And I barely got like 30 people, and people were not nice at all.
I think we covered this a lot already online.
I know, but
as well.
not with Murloc,
Yeah,
so he
That's
has.
worth pointing out.
Yeah,
It really isn't like an open space for like a lot of community stuff.
yeah, and
I
again,
really do like it always has to be like really, really big and like it always has to be like really well done, or you might as well not do it at all.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
And again, Twitch is already established, Caffeine is kind of new, so.
Yeah, but we're making good strides though.
We are.
Which is
We are.
That's the thing.
Yeah. But with all that just happened right now, which we can discuss right now because it is actually actual, the mixer, right?
Oh my god, yeah, the mixer.
That's gonna be like a big topic in the next few months. I think for Caffeine and for YouTube and for Facebook and for Twitch, right?
It opens up a lot of room on the
Exactly. Yeah.
real estate for streaming now, I guess.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And also like all those viewers and all those streamers, I wonder where they'll go.
I mean, we've had an influx of them.
Right? Yeah.
We did, yeah.
We've had quite
granted, we, Caffeine being a social platform and needing to be 13 and older to be on here, we haven't seen an influx of like, I think the other day I talked to like a 9-year-old who was on stream, and that was interesting.
Wait, here?
Yeah, on Caffeine. Yeah. So it happens, and obviously it's going to happen.
Of course.
It's a matter of moderation. And, and obviously, he wasn't on here for all that long. He's just not in a age.
Yeah.
Got ready to moderate. But yeah, so like that's just going to come with the whole like having millions of people finding new homes to stream on and to go to. The Mixer and Twitch and whatnot is so big that those kind of individuals can fall through the cracks. They don't. The terms and services can't really extend that far out. Or to the people with 1 or 2 viewers. They just aren't moderated that far. That's also what I like here. Is that the moderation in this platform is by actual people that you connect with every day.
You can build rapport with them and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we talk to the staff at Caffeine. As
Yeah,
streamers,
we do.
we communicate a lot with them.
Yeah, I find that like a lot of like Twitch's like moderation team, is that what we call them? Like you can't really see them. You hardly have relations to them.
Yeah, same. It's the same with.
You'd have to be pretty high up on the hierarchy if you wanted to talk to like a public relations sort of person in Twitch, for example.
I agree.
Well,
At least we have like relations with with our moderation team and like other staff members as well.
yeah.
Cool.
Well, for example, on Twitch, right? I've never seen a staff before, and I was there for like 2 years, let's say, right? Here, and I'm not kidding, and I've been here for like 2 months when this happened. Ben, the owner of Caffeine, came to my stream and talked to me. And I was like, what the hell, man?
Yeah,
Exactly.
They
care. They care.
With 2 months in my streams as well.
Nice. That's
you got
awesome.
the follow and everything. It was like just
It's
really
really
nerve-wracking.
cool.
Just the other day, like just the day before, I saw the main Caffeine channel, and like the streamers said that they were nervous when Ben showed up in their chats as well.
Yeah.
One time he was actually showing it off to some investors, and they came in to the main Caffeine channel. I remember distinctly what they told me. So they were talking about turtle penises, I think.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
They jumped in. Yeah. Apparently they were shaped like artichokes.
Uh-huh.
And then she was talking about artichokes, and it was showing off to a bunch of investors.
Mm-hmm.
But thankfully she like just
Yeah.
just went with it. Just go over it.
Yeah,
Forget about it.
Yeah, but still, it shows that staff here cares, about the viewers, about the streamers. That's awesome.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what I think kept me up so long, because I was on Mixer there for a while as well, and I didn't do that bad on Mixer.
Yeah, you look like a mixer, man. You look.
I didn't do awful there, but it just didn't feel like home.
Yeah.
It didn't feel right to me. It felt like the same home as Twitch was and YouTube. Just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
And I remember one day I Googled up, smaller streaming platforms, and saw that Caffeine was in beta. And I think at the time, the only real stream on here was Caff.
Yeah.
There was like not even a dozen people streaming on Caffeine at the time. And I was like, this is where I want to be. This is where I can start at. And
good choice. Good choice.
I loved it ever since, man. And my viewers as well have watched me go through some wild shit in my life as well. Over the past couple of years, and I never thought that I'd ever had the opportunity to other people, or that I'd have to be able to share the kind of crazy things that happen with other people. The way I did.
Yeah.
But it was really cool that I got you.
Well, I have not already told this story before, but just for Murloc, I'll tell it again.
Please do. I love it.
I said I already started on Twitch. Twitch is okay. Don't get me wrong. Twitch is a nice site, But if you're not established there by now, you're not gonna be, established ever. Sorry, it's just over there,
You gotta have a niche. You gotta have like good gimmick.
Yes, if you just play games or just do something normal, there's already people that do that. So you're not gonna be, famous or whatever. But I had this problem with my heart, which I still have. I almost died last year. So
Ooh,
yeah, genetic problems, man. Genetic problems. Shit happens.
Goddamn genetics.
I know. Like 33 years, I was, healthy as a fish. Then last year, bam, I was dead. That's how it goes. Life sucks. Yeah.
That's life, I guess. Okay.
But and that's when I stopped streaming, you know, and I was like in hospitals all the time, and whenever I was home, you know, I didn't want to go back to Twitch because of the community, right? So I was looking into other stuff. I did a few streams on YouTube, but YouTube is just like, you know, nobody cares for streaming there. People just come for videos, basically, right?
Look for the VODs, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are a few that do streams, but YouTube doesn't, I mean, when you say YouTube, you don't connect it with streaming right away, right? You say videos or something, right?
The people stream on YouTube are like people who already do like music and stuff already. Like yeah, they're established on the like video front. They do streams as part of like a special thing.
Or people that already do videos and are already famous as well. Yeah. So I was, and there's not many functionality there. So I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And there's nobody there to talk to, literally nobody. So I was like, okay, let's look into Facebook gaming. And I was like, okay, I hate Facebook, so no. No.
I hate Facebook too.
And there was Mixer. I heard about Mixer. I've watched some videos on YouTube, but it didn't feel like, you know, something I wanted to try. I was just watching it. I didn't try at all. And then last year in November, like very close to my birthday, all of a sudden I went to the Humble Bundle website to buy some, I don't know, there was a bundle of games I had to buy. And then I saw like this Caffeine 100% off, free to play. I was like, what the hell is Caffeine?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell? And then I clicked, and then I saw, you know, they were promoting Caffeine because they came out of beta, right? And I was like, what the hell? This is a new streaming platform? What? How haven't I heard this before? And I came here and I saw Cav the first day. I saw Jess. I saw Softy. You know, I met a lot of nice people in the first month, and I was like, dude, I need to stream here. This is awesome. And let me tell you, whatever happens in the future with Caffeine, I'm going down with this ship. I don't care if there's something better out there. I don't care. I love the people here. I love the staff here. I love everything here. So even if we do go down, heck, I'm here until the end. That's it.
Same.
Yeah.
I agree. And I mean the better, I mean, Twitch is better for some people, you know. YouTube is awesome for people like Cry and you know, and Markiplier. You know, Twitch is awesome for people like Shroud and Ninja.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
Caffeine is perfect for me. And yeah, I gotta agree. I don't plan on ever leaving this ship. You know, as soon as they implement mobile streaming, I'll start doing some IRL streams.
Oh yes, me too.
You know,
can't wait.
You know, I have.
I'd be glad to do some cooking streams if they ever did IRL. I don't lie. Yeah.
You know, I have a massive greenhouse. I have all this stuff I'm doing in life. I would love to share with, you know, everyone else on here.
Yep.
I just can't right now because I just can't stream off my Android phone. So.
But it will happen. Don't worry, it will happen.
It'll happen
one day. Don't worry.
The only thing I wish for Caffeine is just bots, just some implementation of bots, so that you can actually like people can actually find out what you like off stream.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and I'm sure it'll get there. I remember when I talked to, oh man, I'm having a brain fart. But
is it one of the staff?
Yeah, he streams all the time. Zach. Wow. Yeah.
Is he on the Caffeine channel or?
Yeah, he's
like...
on the Caffeine channel. It begins with Z. I watch him all the time, and I'm just having a brain fart on his name.
Z Zand.
Yes, Zand.
So he's on the crew.
Oh my god! Really? All right, man. There you go.
Like, he's on there every day. I watch him constantly. I just forgot. Zand, if you see this, I'm sorry. I love Zand. He's a great guy.
Yes.
But when I was talking to him,
the workouts, yeah, we know Zand.
Yeah. Anyways, you know, the whole thing at Caffeine at the time was they they had tried doing too much by branching out and working on the PR and the infrastructure at the same time.
Right.
Like, so that's why the mobile apps came down. They just didn't have time to work on it, and which is understandable. And that's when Caffeine version 2 came out, and what we're seeing is the fruit of their labor. Getting all these stars on here, getting all these big names. These no, they're not just gaming, but like entertainers on here.
Entertainers, yeah.
So they have absolutely in the roadmap to work on all these things. The mobile app, the VODs, that kind of stuff. But they really, from what I gather, they really just wanted to focus on building the brand up first, I guess,
And the simple platform for broadcasting, basically. Yeah.
Exactly. And then all the extra infrastructure would come later when they had the time and the manpower to implement it.
Yep.
Which I totally understand, So I don't mind waiting.
Nope, nobody minds waiting here.
By the time that they have the mobile app, I'm gonna have tons of stuff to show you guys. I got tons of greenhouses coming up. It's the summertime. I hike constantly. I go to the mountains. I'm way up north. I'm surrounded by nothing but outside, and I love it.
But it will happen, so don't worry. Don't even worry about it. One day.
What I really wish were just like an accurate, like, just how people do roadmaps, right? I just want a list of the things that are coming in Caffeine. That's pretty much it. A concrete list. I don't need a roadmap as in exact dates. I just need a list.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all I'm looking for.
This is what we're working on in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe one day.
It'll happen. Maybe they're just like, they're just trying to like sort some stuff out as well.
Oh, they're gonna get everything we want in there.
Yeah.
All come in due time.
Yeah.
But man.
I mean, to be honest, guys, Caffeine literally came out of beta last year, so it's just it's not even 1 year.
Chugging along,
Yep, version 2 is what they call it.
Yeah, so come on.
Yep.
They dropped in November, didn't they? Like the new update. Yeah. It's not even been like a solid 6 months yet, right?
It is 6 months, but
look at all that.
Not a year. 7 months almost.
It's not a year. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. But look at all that they've already gathered on the site,
Exactly.
So.
And I mean, let's be honest. The platform works perfectly. There's no like big glitches or something I haven't seen. It works. The app works. It works with OBS.
There's a few lately.
Okay. A couple of instances,
Okay.
Where your cuts off, but
it's not actually off though. And they can still hear you. And
exactly.
I can still talk to viewers.
Yeah.
And my stream's still going. It's just every once in a while it'll go off air for like a few minutes and it'll come back.
It does happen.
And I mean, hey, it happens, right? As long as it's worked on and fixed in the future, that's all I really care about. I don't mind having bugs and glitches and issues as long as the company is working on it.
Exactly.
That's all I ask for.
I had a problem with the last app, like this one, that the new update works for me now. Last one, my app didn't work at all. I don't know why. It didn't work. It just crashed my PC. Right? Nobody knew what it was.
That's so weird.
But I want to say this. I talked to people on Discord, to the staff, to the moderators, and also sent the email. And let me tell you, I got so much people to invest into my problem. I pretty much wouldn't have gotten the same result on Twitch or anywhere else, That's what I'm grateful. It didn't work in the end. It's not my fault. It's not their fault. Something was not working. maybe it's my processor, I don't even know. But they put effort into helping me a lot.
Yep.
You know, that's what I cherish, you know, a lot.
Yeah, you can say a lot about our features and like all that, but we're not established. And
Yeah,
I
I know.
mean, we've always got the community. Like it's always something that's really strong.
Mhm.
With Caffeine. And
Absolutely.
I think if you've got a strong community, like you can do a ton of different things that you can't do on other platforms.
Mhm.
That's for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, issues, glitches, bugs, that's going to happen with any software.
Of course.
And hell, I'm still straightening out issues with my internet, you know? So, I mean, so, did you, um, just a warning, if I do cut off, I will be back.
I'll be back.
I upgraded my internet for Charter,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm still getting slower download speeds,
Yeah.
and every once in a while it's cutting off intermittently. So,
But if he
cool.
cuts off, he'll be back.
Yeah, I mean, so all I can do is be like, okay.
Are you from Austria? Is your name Arnold?
No.
No.
Ironically, my
I know what your name is. I know what your name is. I found you on Twitter.
Do you?
I do.
Oh, you found me on Twitter. Oh my gosh, I forgot I had a Twitter account.
You do. You do.
Yes, I forgot. I am really bad at social platforms. Okay, I am just god awful. But yeah, my mother and my grandmother are from Germany.
Is that good? Is that good?
From a small village called Hanna, outside of Eastern Berlin, I want to say.
Yes, I think I heard of it. Yep.
So, but yeah, I ended up with my father's French name, La Chance. So
That's
it means
really this very like multicultural, like very, what do you call it? Like just really well mixed.
I'm mostly German, and I'm French and Irish.
Oh, nice combo.
I guess so. Yeah. You know, it made for a really weird accent growing up. You know, but you know, we got through it.
So I actually have my first question on the interview from actually a viewer. Where are you from, dude? Because he loved your accent. So now we know.
I was born. Yep, that's where the accent's from.
Yeah.
I was born in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I was born in the South. That's where my mother and whatnot's from. I currently live in northern Michigan, where my father is from. But yeah, the accent comes from that, and it's a mixture of that and the speech impediment I had growing up with. Just kind of formed into this.
I was always wondering if it was a Boston accent. It's really odd. Okay. Oh.
It's just an accent. I wish I could that anyway, but yeah, I had a speech impediment growing up all my life, and it really like mixed in and like made this like thick accent. Like to me, when I hear myself talk, it's very thick. I can't understand. Like I cannot understand my words when I listen to myself. I'm like, who the hell is this? Like, is he chewing a mouthful of gum? Like, am I talking to a horse? Nah, Mr. Ed had better English than this. Like, what's going on? So,
nice.
It's crazy, you know.
But, well, I just saw like the other day when I popped into your stream. I was actually live, by the way, and my viewers were like, "Hey, we like this guy's accent."
Well, thank you guys. Thank you viewers. A lot of people do. I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, it's great.
it caused me a lot of anxiety growing up. So that's really good to hear as an adult. You know, but
Nice
you
to
know,
get away with like just being who you are, honestly. Yeah. It's fucking good.
I mean, I lived in the South. You know, I lived in a small town in the South. I mean, I was some foreign sounding kid. You know, it didn't matter who I was or where I was from. You know, so it is how it is. But now that now that I grew up and I'm an adult, um, I just it's more or less a joke now. Like I just don't understand how anybody knows what I'm saying any of the time.
Say what?
I said like I don't understand how anyone knows what I'm saying any of the time.
Oh, we can lip read.
I'm sorry.
No,
Mike?
no, Softy, we can lip read, by the way.
Kidding.
Is that thing on?
Whatever,
Nice.
I'm done with you guys. God damn it.
Well, we are called Hit and Bun for a reason, you know.
Yeah, I can tell.
All right.
As you can tell, I don't catch on to stuff very quickly.
No. But I told you before, the only thing that we are sure that we do is have fun. That's all we know how to do. Everything else we are new at. Yeah.
You know, that is absolutely awesome.
My point of podcast isn't to like listen to a bunch of people yap on for hours. It's to actually have fun.
It's not.
You know?
Well, sometimes it is if you watch other podcasts.
Maybe.
No, I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, honestly. The only ones I really listen to is I listen to this man called Hamilton. New Yorker. He also has a Netflix show.
Mm-hmm.
But he does Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia. He's it's really neat.
Not Hamilton the musical, correct? Got you.
This guy is a biochemist.
Oh.
And he travels the world and he finds all these weird like hallucinogenics or drugs that like tribes do, like aboriginals, you know, they aren't really, you know, and he gives you the science on it. He goes and meets people that does them, you know, he'll film them doing it, the results of it, then he'll break down the chemical structure of it, you know, how it affects people, what it does to your brain.
How old is this guy?
Hamilton's maybe, he looks like in his 20s, honestly, maybe 30s.
Dude, I think I actually I basically listened to a podcast and he was featured on it as like the credible like the authority behind the podcast. But like he wasn't the one presenting the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that like it was after that he like started doing this with what you say. Like a lot of people cited him as like the whiz kid when it comes to hallucinogenics, and
Yeah,
like
he
is really like interesting research into it. Yeah.
Yes, incredibly interesting because like on the Netflix show, and this is what I love about it, and this is what I love about him is that he's a crazy son of a bitch. Because he'll do the drugs if he can.
Yeah.
So he went in. He said it took him 3 years to find some guy that would let him film himself doing.
Definitely not LSD, right?
No, it comes out of the cactus.
Oh, I've heard of this. But I don't
peyote.
Peyote cactus.
He said it took him 3 years. He found a gentleman out in the middle of the desert, got long beard, scraggly as hell. The guy grew his own cactuses. And the guy smoked peyote every single day and swore by it.
Damn.
And
talking about peyote cactuses.
Yeah, so it's crazy that like you know because like you know where we grow up and we're taught all this awful stuff, and it can be absolutely bad, you know. But then you go and you
Can be
see these
too, right?
individuals who,
Some people can use it reconstructively.
yeah, who just live their lives on peyote, and you wonder how they even function as a human being. Nonetheless, like a good human being, like the man looked healthier than I do. Like I don't do peyote every day. Like how does he look better than me? This is crazy. You know?
Or
Like,
did he look like 10 years younger than like he should have been? Or
I mean, no, he definitely looked his age. Long, white, scraggly beard, but the man was fit. The man was fit. He did not look like he's been surviving out in the desert on peyote for the last 20 years, which I'm assuming is what he eats as well. I don't know. It didn't show him eating food; just showed him doing peyotes. That's what I'm assuming.
So
Can you
he's
describe like his like
Yeah.
what he saw and shit?
I mean, he describes it. It films him doing it. You know, and then when you look afterwards, he breaks down the chemical structures and.
so he's the unknown Bear Grylls, basically.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Nice.
It's so neat because he goes and finds these off the wall stuff that like people may only do in like a small fraction of the world in like a small country in Africa. You know, that like a tribe has done for like the last 100 years or something like that.
Damn.
So it's really interesting stuff. But
It's all like so basically what triggers it is like the things that like basically delay signals in your synapses, right? Is that what it is? It's basically just things that delay just the signals. Not like it doesn't bind to different parts of your brain, does it?
Different stuff will like a DMT, is a natural occurring chemical in our head. It's natural occurring chemical in plants. It's just a matter of how much it is.
Okay.
But DMT, just like THC, or not THC, but cannabinoids, there are built-in receptors in our brains for these chemicals.
Damn.
The cannabinoids fit into the same receptacles that control pain and things like that. So it's kind of like you're basically tricking your brain into ignoring the pain by
Now that
consuming
explains
drug.
so much in American media. That explains so much in like American action shows when they go into like a really new situation, just like it's fucking ridiculous. All right.
Yeah, so it does and there's like 24 different kinds of these things. They all have different structures that do different, but they all fit in the same receptors in our brains. So you can definitely have a completely medicinal plant and none of the psychoactive effect. But that would be really boring.
Nice.
And I would be really bored without the psychoactive effects. But yeah, it's really interesting stuff. I love it. If I wasn't so interested in physics, I would have went to college for chemistry.
Well, I'm so quiet because I'm just learning stuff and I'm like intrigued.
Yeah,
so go on.
It's really neat stuff. And like I grew up hating chemistry. Grew up hating it. All throughout high school and throughout college, I always wanted to be a physicist. That was my dream. When they asked me as a kid, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Murloc.
Oh yeah.
And I'd be like, "Well, I want to be a physicist."
Oh yeah, I have a question. Why?
Yeah, why?
Why did you want to be a physicist?
In the 11th grade of high school, I was allowed to take my first ever physics course.
Okay.
And the world just made more sense to me looking at it through that kind of viewpoint. Like
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
why that's how a lot of people go into science. Really, it's just when they were kids, they ended up like actually finding the viewpoint really conducive for
Mm-hmm.
their own heads. Like it just
absolutely,
made sense more. Everything just
absolutely.
fell into place a bit more.
You know, in the same way that some people can look at mathematics like it's a language. You know, I envy those people. Like I wish I could look at numbers and letters and see, you know,
The
what it is.
Matrix.
Um, but I don't. You know, I have to sit there and I have to write out everything and solve every damn thing and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. But
Funnily
yeah,
enough, like earlier this year, I started calling maths basically the one of the only languages that talks back, which
yep,
is interesting.
it
So
really
yeah,
is.
it's
Really
really
is.
fun. It's really fun to think about it that way,
Because like we as humans created it,
and
but
yet
it
it like
works
speaks
so
answers back to us, which is crazy, right?
Yep.
we can apply it to everything in this universe, and it'll give us an answer back, one way or the other. And it's crazy, you know, whether or not it's a correct answer is one thing, but
It's still, yeah, it's still up in
it's an
debate, but
answer.
like, it still spits out an answer at the end of the day.
Exactly,
Still
it
a proven
replies
answer.
back. So I love it. And so and you know,
Oh, hey, welcome to the stream, Rander Jew. Welcome to the stream. How are you?
hello.
Hi.
So the more I got into it,
We're talking about
um,
physics today.
the more I just loved it, man. Then in college, I got into quantum.
Mm-hmm.
Quantum mechanics. Oh, I love
I was
quantum
getting really
mechanics.
huge at the time when I was going from the college softie. You know, that was really getting popular again because you know we were starting to be like, oh, we can actually control things on a quantum level. This is pretty neat. Um, we just had to realize that we had super cool particles down to the temperature of space. You know, to the point where they just quit moving. And then when they quit moving, they start moving in every direction fucking possible. And it's just so cool. It's so neat. Einstein said it was spooky action at a distance. And that's exactly what it is. It's spooky action at a distance. The smaller you go and the colder you get, the weirder shit gets.
Nice.
In our world. It's just how it is, you know?
Yeah.
The same way that like direct observation of a particle, it knows. It knows, and it does not like humans looking at it. It breaks down into a wave function.
Yeah. Nice.
And then when you quit observing it, it'll go back into a particle, or it won't. You know, it may go back, but you're gonna lose all the information on it. You know, so it's so cool. It's so neat how like it's reactionary. You know, it's not just us as people learning or studying of it. It's us studying it
Oh, hey,
and
welcome to the stream. How are you?
in the physical world reacting back to us.
Odie, how are you? We're all talking about quantum mechanics with Murloc here and how particles freak out when they get colder.
I could talk about physics for days, man. Like, let me tell you.
Let's not. Let's not.
That's not. Yeah, I'm an amateur scientist. I'm an amateur astronomer.
Oh shit! Nice.
At the moment, I'm taking a break from college, but I am in there for physics.
How old are you, Murloc?
Me, I am 32 years old.
Young. Not old, young. Come on.
Yeah, very true.
It's all in how you feel, bud. It's all in how you feel.
True. So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I have a question, Murloc. I just got a text from a girl on Tinder.
Okay.
And she wants to go on a date. So what do I do?
Cool. Do you want to go on a date with her?
I mean, you decide. I'm gonna let you do this one for me.
I mean,
she's cute. That's all I'm gonna say. She's cute.
Then yeah.
Okay.
What do you got to lose? I mean, the worst thing that can happen is she says no. Oh, but she's already asked you. So you pass that part. So the worst thing that can happen is what? It's not that fun of a night, and you go a bunch of separate ways. And that's what adulting is all about, right?
The worst thing that can happen is I get coronavirus and I die. That's the problem.
That
Because I have heart problems.
could be. That very well could be. But
Murloc said no.
But it won't.
I don't have anything else to say back to that.
Unlikely.
Good.
I mean,
Besides, you know,
yeah.
you could go at your own caution. I mean, wear a mask and stay 6 feet apart. Hey, you know.
Alright, so I got the
You look
Murloc.
very nice tonight.
I got the Murloc blessing. Alright. Cool.
I mean,
But if something happens to me, man, I know where to find you.
I mean,
Near
only
East
five
Berlin.
Imagine going to a date and like having to do like that.
Yeah, I like
flights.
you.
Oh, so I would blow you a kiss, but I have to wear my mask.
God,
You know,
stuff.
which I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I mean, if they're willing to go out, I mean, hopefully they have some conscientious knowledge of what's going on in the world, and they aren't just like, you know, don't believe in any of it. But
Yeah.
I mean, hey, weigh your options. You know, is it worth the risk? You have.
There's always a risk.
Existing condition. I don't. You know.
There's always a risk, man. If you just go to the store, there's a risk somebody's gonna hit you. So.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I try not to think about.
I know, but I'm just saying there is a risk. You don't have to think about it. There is a risk. You never know, right? That's all.
Yeah.
Don't think about it. Of course, yeah, sure. Think about me and Softy. All right, so can we start with the interview, because we are trying to, like, we do love talking about topics, different topics, you know, with people, but we also like to present them, like, to the caffeine community, because people like to know more about those cool streamers like yourself, Merlin.
Yeah.
I mean, you are cool, right?
That's very kind of you. I hope.
I hope. Okay, we hope too. So, all right. So we love your accent already. We know you study physics. So how did you come up with the name ThatOneMurloc? Why only one Murloc?
Why only one? Because I'm the only one that knows complete English.
Oh, okay. All right.
No. I mean, there is Sir Finley. He's a jackass. I mean, no one likes Sir Finley. All right, he's always off of the Explorers League anyway. He hasn't done a thing for his people. All right, but I always just loved Murlocs. And wow, you know, I grew up. I played EverQuest for a short while, and I played WoW for years, and I always just loved those little Murley boys. You know. So when I was sitting there trying to think of a name for caffeine, like, man, I am not a creative individual, guys. I was like, you know, I'm gonna be a Murloc, because the one thing I can do well, I can make the damn Murloc noise, and that means something.
All right, go on.
Yeah, a lot of people don't a lot of people don't like appreciate the classic characters of WoW nowadays. I think like a lot of them are all about like the whole Sylvanas and like stuff like that, like all the badasses, but like they never appreciate like the little guys, you know? We Murlocs are great.
Of course they are.
Boy, you've really leveled off of us for like 20 years, and you're going to play. I see how it is. Because the Molly Boys in L, I was like, I'm bringing them back up. You know, we're gonna make them important again.
Exactly.
And
speaking of WoW though, like, what are you guys thinking about Shadowlands? Do you have any like opinions? Are you guys hyped? So
I pre-ordered it without even looking at anything about it. I will
that's
say
a Murloc.
I am a consumer. I will buy anything Blizzard, whether I like it or not. And that's what I did with all the
I have
inventions.
that kind of relationship with like a lot of other media as well.
I've done that with Bloodstone. I've done that with WoW. I bought every expansion, regardless of whether I wanted it or not, or whether I played it. I've owned every WoW expansion. Haven't played maybe like a month of either of them since maybe Mr. Pandaria. You know, I think the last raid I did was Garrosh. You know, but other than that,
But you have BFA.
Huh?
You
yeah,
have
I got them all.
Damn.
I got them all. I pre-ordered Shadowlands like in December. Did no idea when it was coming out. Knew nothing about it.
Just
Damn.
yes.
And you know what? I still don't. Haven't read anything about it. Know nothing about Shadowlands. And I really probably should.
I mean, Shadowlands is gonna be pretty good. Like Legion was really good. BFA was shit.
That's what I heard.
Drainer was shit as well. Like every second expansion is pretty good. I don't know what the hell is going on with the Blizzard, but every second expansion is really good. You know.
I mean, they do what they can, I guess.
They're trying new things, and the problem was like the garrisons in Draenor. It was like just those housings, you know, and that just doesn't bode well with hardcore players.
What I don't get about like Hearthstone right now with the expansions is that like why are they going back to the same like story format? Like didn't we already leave that behind? We were supposed to be doing the dungeons. I love the dungeons.
I do too. I really like the dungeons too.
I just wish they given more like those relic cards, the ones that you collect as you go along, and like they give you special treasures.
Yep.
I just wanted more variety of the treasures because they repeated treasures from before. I just wanted more treasures.
Yeah, I mean, they could have made this one, I feel, in like a raid format, into the same way that you're talking. You know, you accumulate items at the end of every boss. You go, and yada yada yada. You add to your thing. But you're right; they just went back to the same old format.
They could have incorporated like a third player sort of format, like you and a friend go through the dungeon together. That would be fun. That'd be absolutely crazy, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Co-op adventures? Interesting. Right? Interesting. I don't know how they would do that, but I mean, hey, I never thought that they would have a battle royale kind of thing.
Oh hell, they've already done co-op Hearthstone, like Tavern Brawls. They've already done.
Oh yeah, Tavern Brawls. Oh, you're right. They have.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that song.
Yeah, you can co-op with like another player, but like you can't co-op together to fight like you know what I mean? Like you can't have like two different boards and then a third board for your opponent.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like that'd be crazy, right?
Yeah, and to have like some way to have two players on the same team fighting like a raid boss, with like 200 health or something like that, But yeah, at the moment, I play a lot of Battlegrounds at the moment, to be honest with you.
I like Battlegrounds, but I haven't been able to like master like the whole like build thing, like because they don't have official like alliances unlike other auto chess games. Yeah, so it's a lot more different than like just combo this. Yeah.
Yeah, the hero powers make it really fun. But yeah, I played that quite a bit. I played WoW for like 10 years. And it got to a point where I wasn't even playing the game anymore, guys. I was getting banned every few weeks, every month, just because I was paying $50 a month just to troll trade chat, Like,
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's at a point where I was getting pulled out of raids by GMs, and just having them talk to me and be like, "All right, Anthony, what's going on here? Like, why do we have to talk to you again?" I'm bored. I release new content. I'm bored. I'm sitting in Stormwind, and I'm just talking to all these people, and I can't help it that sometimes we get a little fucking vocal, and they're like, "You can totally help it. You need to stop." They're like, "Okay." So I didn't stop. So I got banned. I got banned again. I got all my names changed. Yes, I was one of those people who made like really offensive kind of names at times. You know, my first round name was Your Mom's Lover. And that lasted for like 4 months.
Damn.
Then I got kicked out. I got banned. And that's how it started. So I took very, very huge offense to that. And I just made my names more ridiculous after that.
I mean, is that even like a wrong name? Your Mom's Lover?
Some people found it wrong and they reported me enough times for it. It was probably my name, and along with the fact that I was trolling people in trade chat. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's
I was a
probably
toxic.
the trolling. Yeah.
Yes, I was a toxic WoW player for many years.
Okay, that's different.
Just
Yeah.
just want to toss that one out there. I was sitting in trade chat, and I was a toxic individual.
All right. Then it's okay.
So, yeah, totally acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't argue with the bans at all. I deserved every single one of them. But it's just, it was cool that it did happen though, because it got to the point where like I was able to have conversations with the GMs. And at one point during MOP, they had pulled me out of Mogushen Vaults. Boss. I don't know if you remember that, Softy.
I think you mentioned it at one point, right? Yeah.
But they yanked me out of the raid, and the whole screen just goes black, and a little chat window pops up. And I'm talking to this GM, and I'm like, look, you yanked me out of the raid. You know, we had a pug. You know, I'm already told that we lost our healer. I was like, you at least owe me a boss. And I'll be damned if that GM didn't log into their other account and come in and raid with us.
Oh my god.
And yeah, they healed 4 bosses for us. The first ring of Mogushen Vaults. They were on healer for us as a pug, and it was the coolest fucking thing.
That's crazy, dude.
That is crazy.
Like, we had such a good conversation about my toxic behavior in trade chat.
And then he healed you. Yeah.
They were like, all right, cool. I was like, look, you've had me there for like 20 minutes. All right, we've had members leave. All right, can you help us out? Was not expecting anything, but they were cool. They came in and debated with us and talked a little bit afterwards. That was the last I heard from them. No,
that's so good. What the hell?
It was so neat, man. It was the coolest. It was probably. I mean, I got banned afterwards. But it was the coolest band hammer I ever got.
All right, Murloc, I have a question for you again.
What's up, bud?
You're American, right?
Yes, sir.
Sort of. So you know what a bimbo is, right?
A what?
A bimbo, right?
Are you talking?
Yeah, you know, right?
Some regions have a different meaning. Yeah.
Okay, so but you know what it should mean, right? In America.
About a female?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but in my country, bimbo actually means funny guy, right?
Oh, neat.
And I was playing an American game back in the days, and my nickname was Wii, Nintendo Wii, right? Bimbo, together, right? Because I was a funny guy who likes his Nintendo Wii. That's what I was.
That's why your name is Wee Bimbo.
Yes, it is still on Discord, yes. It is. Now, the problem was, I was playing with these Americans, and they were not nice people at all, you know. And they reported my name for being, you know, not a nice name. And I explained to, like, everybody, you know, this is not just English, you know, this is different languages in the world. Come on, guys. But no, you know what the staff in that game did? They just banned my ass.
They thought you were like faking it as well. Like, I'm pretty sure they just never actually talked to Google.
But I was nice. I wasn't like Murloc. I was nice.
Yeah, I know, but like people like that who like adopt power on other people.
I know.
Even they're in GM positions, they just don't. They don't entertain it because they if they think that you're making it up, then like it's just like that.
But I wasn't.
If you have enough reports, then it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
They're just going to go, oh, well, his name is a Wee Bimbo.
Yeah.
He's probably being derogatory towards females. Doesn't matter what country he's in
Yeah.
or the language that it is. We're American, so it's English, and that's how we like to think here.
So,
And that's just.
and then I have a sub question because of that. You're American, right? What do you think as an American about America? And be honest, please.
What do you mean by like American?
I grew up. I think I understand what he means. I'll say this: when I grew up in this country,
Mm-hmm.
it was like in the '90s.
Right.
I was taught very nationalist history. It was incredibly whitewashed.
Mm-hmm.
As a kid, I was never taught about the Trail of Tears. As a kid, I was never taught about the atrocities that we did to the Native Americans or the Italians or the Japanese or the Scottish or the Irish.
Or the whole world, yes.
Yes.
Pretty much everyone.
We as kids were taught that we came over and we just had a field day with the Native Americans. We ate dinner. They taught us how to grow corn. And that was what we were taught up until about my 12th grade of high school, when I had a teacher who didn't care about the curriculum.
Yeah.
So that being said, I don't know if I'd rather live in any other of the majority of the world, but I'm not going to sit here and say that my country is great or flawless. We are shit in a lot of ways. We are absolutely terrorists in our own right.
Mm-hmm.
We created most of the terrorist organizations we fight against. So I'd like where I'm at, but I can say that really because I haven't experienced anything else outside of the U.S.
Well, you're always welcome in Slovenia, man. Always.
I would love to one day see it. Like,
you should.
It is cool to see this little blue planet of mine.
You really should.
It's not even 400. It's not even 400 miles round.
Nope.
It's not much of it.
Mm-hmm. But it's beautiful.
See it before it's beautiful.
It really is beautiful.
Absolutely
True. So the reason I asked you this, I don't want to be disrespectful, man, but every time I meet a new American, I just want to see their point of view on America. And let me tell you, most of the people that I actually talk to and are like a little bit intelligent, have the same view as you do, They don't like what America has become,
Well, what it's become, it's not even what it's become. It's always been.
It's always been, yeah, okay, yeah.
It is. Like,
it's just a matter of
fathers and everything, yeah.
It's just a matter of now we're not whitewashing shit anymore. We're finally at a generation to where we're sick and tired of the whitewashing, sick and tired of ignoring all the bad while glorifying the good. If you're going to glorify the good, you have to at least incorporate the shit as well.
Of course.
If you're gonna show off the flowers, at least show off the shit you grew it with.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of shit in American history.
Good point.
Some people like so the thing is that a lot of people don't enjoy what's going on with America, but like whenever you push them to change something, like it just doesn't fly. Like a lot of people don't want to change the system, don't want to shake it up.
No.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Well, because when you shake up the system, someone's going to lose, and the people who don't want to change it are the people who think they're going to lose. And honestly, it's true. I mean, our entire justice system is based around the color of my skin. I mean, to be honest, in the U.S., that's just how it is. I have gotten away with more shit in my life that I never should have got away with. Never. I should have spent more time in jail in my younger days than I ever did. And I mean, honestly, I got away for ridiculous reasons. I've seen, so like things like when you shake up the system, a lot of people are scared that they're not going to be on top anymore.
Yeah.
is how I see it. But that's just because they don't know any other way. It's a systematic thing. They think that because it's always been this way, that it's the right thing, and it's how it should be. And it doesn't have to be that way.
True.
It doesn't need to be that way. You
All
just need
right.
to change your thinking.
Let's put it down a notch and go back to some more fun stuff, because America is not fun at all. I'm sorry.
We are just
I
not
mean-
right now.
No, not
Yeah,
not right now. No.
Right now, our country's on fire.
Yeah,
Some-
true.
Sometimes it's fun.
But it does have
Sometimes fires are nice fires.
But it does have some
It's-
nice people like
yeah.
Murloc. So
I mean, I will say one last thing, in that growing up, I was always preached to that you should always exert your right to protest.
mhm.
And now that I'm an adult, I'm very happy to see individuals in all kinds of generations
Protesting.
actively expressing that
Yeah.
right, because it is one of the few things in this country that we do have an infallible right to do.
Mhm.
So it is good to see it happening, and I do hope that some change comes out of it. It has to at this point. So
Yeah.
that's all I wanted to say.
And the Oscar goes to
Huh? What?
Murloc. Woo!
I don't know what it is.
All right. So I have more questions that either me and Softy came up with, or one of our viewers, right?
Oh, cool.
So the next question is, that beard of yours must have a story behind it.
I do it myself. That's what you wanted to make.
Obviously.
I didn't go take it from anyone. And whoever did that is a liar. You wanna know the story? I'm lazy as shit.
Oh.
So it is, I'm lazy.
Okay.
I just do not like shaving my beard. That, and I look like I'm 13 years old.
True.
Babyface.
That makes sense.
I have had a beard literally since like 2012. The
Damn.
only time I've ever shaved it off is when I would like shave a little bit too far, you know, and mess up the beard and be like, oh man, it all has to go now. It's all just gonna be uneven. So I used to have just a goatee, but do it all, you know. I would want to be a mountain man, you know, or you know, like
But do the women like it in America?
I mean, I never thought I would live to see the age or the day where a long beard and a dad bod was considered attractive, but man, I'm nailing it. Let me tell you. I mean, I guess you know I've never been one of those guys that like could go out and just like meet people, you know, like that.
Mhm.
So like I've either gone years of just like if I was found attractive, then I just don't pay attention. You know,
Mhm.
or I have a girlfriend for however long. Which at the moment, I started dating my best friend back home in North Carolina.
Nice.
Oh.
So that's really exciting. I've known her for about 14 years.
Murloc has a girlfriend.
Wow.
She,
Fantastic. Wonder how
Nice.
that feels.
it's really nice.
Cool.
Really nice. I just got out of a relationship last year for like 3 years. That was incredibly toxic. So going into one with a fully functioning adult is very nice.
Mhm.
She has a 6-year-old son that I've known his entire life. So it's nice, man. It's
That's good.
it's almost like having a little family now, and I'm at the age where that's all I really want in life. You know,
Hey,
not much.
you Joker.
You know, hey
Nice.
Joker.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, it's not much I can really ask for much else besides that, man. You know,
Cool.
and honestly, if it wasn't for them, I would definitely be a bit more active in the social awareness scene. But like, I'm too old to be going out there and getting arrested and not being around this kid. You know. So,
Yeah.
You know,
Makes sense.
I don't know if she'll ever see this, but I've been really excited to be a dad for many, many years. And I'm really excited to be part of this kid's life. So, yeah.
Nice. All right.
Not a
Then,
whole lot of people would say that in the same age. Like I'm excited to be a parent. A lot of them kind of like they're so weird. They hate kids and say they aren't ready to be parents and all that. It's just like, come on, mate. Like, how do you hate? How do you hate anything about it? It's like,
I mean, I can get it, I guess, if you haven't.
But I mean, it's not the worst. It's not hell.
No, it's not the worst. I mean, I get it if you haven't done much in your life, but like, I've done a lot already. I'm tired. I'm broken. My body hurts. Like, my back perpetually is in pain. I just want to have a family and just calm the hell down, you know? I want to have a family, have a dog, play games, and that's it. That's all I want. And then die eventually.
so you want to die eventually, really?
Look, like, I'm not cool to settle down, but I'd love to have a family. Like, I'd be very happy to just have a family.
You have Caffeine family right now. Come on, man.
Exactly. I mean, I've had when I say family, I mean like I've had family. Like I have family all over the place. I have friends. I have people that are family.
Listen to this guy. Listen to this guy. He's a preacher. Listen.
And, you know, but like I've always wanted, because at the end of the day, having a kid is all about passing down what you know.
Yeah. True.
You know,
True.
passing down all the accumulative knowledge in hopes that they're going to be a better human being than you were. You know,
True.
is that they learn from all of your mistakes, that they heed all of obviously something happened, but you do this with the hopes, you know, that like you have some small part in the formation of this kid's life.
Mm-hmm. True.
And
it doesn't matter if it is your biological son, right? It doesn't.
No, not at all.
Right,
no.
you know. No.
It never should.
Yeah.
It never should. You can be a father to 20 different kids, but you can only be a dad to one.
True.
You know, or all of them. You know, that's so. I'm excited. You know, and yeah. So it's gonna be really cool. She's a really awesome lady.
Mm-hmm.
Has her feet firmly planted on the ground.
That's
so
good.
That's cool.
That's good.
You know, because I'm often way out here in the ether. You know. So yeah, it's gonna be really nice.
Nice. Happy for you, man. Happy for you.
What about you is like you said, it was amazing that that you have the perspective that you do and all that. Yeah, it's great.
Thank you, son.
So maybe you should rename yourself to ThatOneMurloc then, no?
Big ThatOneMurloc. If Caffeine would allow me to rename myself, I would. I would change it from ThatOneMurloc to hell.
Softy, it's time for a petition.
Right?
What? Confession?
Petition. Let's go.
Petition. Oh, petition. Okay, right.
Every pastor on Caffeine to sign this and then send it, or just, you know what, just whisper. I just need everyone to whisper Reno.
Yeah.
Just spam him with, I need to change Murloc's name.
Right.
If at least 20 people say Murloc needs to change his name, I'm pretty sure I'm either going to get my name changed or get banned. One of the other. They're going to be like, something needs to happen or this guy needs to go. I can't be hearing about this Murloc guy.
Hey, Wika. All right, so cool. So let's go back a little bit to the streaming because we've been all over the place today. We've been in the physics, we've been in America, you know, we've been fathers, mothers, sisters.
Talking about grades.
Yeah. So let's go back to streaming a little bit because we are streaming right now, right? Mm-hmm.
Oh God, are we?
Yeah, I mean I am.
Oh god, are there people? Oh god, hi people!
No, it's not with homeland then.
Oh, anxiety.
Exactly, yes. Alright. So I heard from Softy that you love building PCs. You still do that?
I do it whenever someone needs help with a gun, or
Okay.
whenever I feel like spending another $1,000.
So it's a hobby, basically.
It's an expensive hobby, yes.
It's
Expensive, huh?
enthusiast. Yeah, it's an enthusiast hobby. Let's be honest.
Expensive hobby. One that I've had to quell over the years.
Yeah, it doesn't give back as much as you put in, but like
it's getting expensive.
It is. It really is.
I would love to justify dropping $900 on a processor. I really would. I would love it. But what the hell am I gonna do with like a Ryzen 9 Threadripper? Like nothing. Nothing. I'm not gonna use nothing. Like
it stretched through everything, but like, what are you gonna shred? You know, like what's where you gonna throw in like actual something that will like put a dent in its like pre-processing power?
Yeah, right. So, it is a hobby that I love, and that it'll always be ingrained in my head. The first time I went to college for 4 years, I went for computer hardware engineering and Cisco networking. So I know how to run cabling through buildings. I know how to set up networks.
Nice.
All that good.
You can be useful for us in the future.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah, we're trying to do like a heist or something. We can have you sneak cables through or something. Yeah, that sounds
I got all that info lodged in there. I learned all that.
You'll be a tech guy. You'll be a tech guy.
So all that is up there.
So Caffeine has Bea, the tech lady. We will have Murloc, the tech guy.
Yes, you will.
Perfect.
Nice.
1-800-MURLOC. However many letters that needs to be. MRGLGL.
Oh my god. That would be sick. You got questions? Call Murgle.
Call him.
I'll love it. Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do it one day. One of these days, when I take this incredibly seriously, and I have a social media and a website,
like an actual phone number with Murgle.
Exactly, and you can call it up and be like, no, and it's just going to be me talking in Murloc. So you're not going to understand a damn thing of it, but it's just going to be me talking in Murloc to you.
I mean, whenever I see your name, Murloc, whenever I see your name, I always think of the King Murgle from Korean Tundra. Always. I don't know what it is. Always.
I love it. Like all my games,
like Murgling, like profanities, just straight up every day word in the Murloc dictionary.
Stop Murgling.
That one
stop it.
Jesus.
It's just it can't happen, you know. I love it.
Are we like putting new words into English dictionary right now? Like stop Murgling, stop nagging me.
I mean, hey, you know, if ain't it can be a word, then why can't Murgling be a verb?
Could be.
It's true.
That's what I said.
Stop your Murgling.
You know, stop your Murgling. You know, you
nice.
Don't worry, stream. It'll catch on. You're gonna get it there. Tell your friends. Hashtag quit Murgling.
Yes.
We did that on a shirt. We need a T-shirt of that. Wow.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
See, whenever I get up there, I can make myself T-shirts. You guys can be my creative team. I need you guys. See, I would have never have thought about any of this on my own.
Welcome to Team Murgle.
Team Murgle.
Team
Yes.
Yep.
Sounds brilliant.
Alright, so you mentioned earlier that you also do or did mechanical engineering?
No, hardware engineering.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Which is where I learned how to.
Okay, sorry.
And all that stuff. Like, I technically know how to solder motherboards, but
Oh shit.
I've never once had to do that in my damn life.
Well-
So I wouldn't trust me to do it now.
Yeah, there's no reason to. Honestly, they come in pretty much plug and play. If you're trying to solder something, you
Like-
best know your shit. Yeah,
Like, if I'm breaking a transistor off my motherboard and having to
you're
resolder
doing
it,
something wrong.
what the hell am I doing anyway? Like, why? Like, yes, I'm gonna pick my motherboard up by these little things right here. I mean, they're pegs, right? They should. Nah, they're good. We're good on that.
Yeah, but by the point you break the component off your motherboard, that means that like you've literally wrecked something else in the motherboard, which is probably
Like,
more
what are you
important.
doing with yourself?
Right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't do any of that.
Okay.
All I do is I go and I buy the parts and I put them together.
All right. So when did you start your streaming career? You said 2017 was the time you came to Caffeine.
That's when I joined Caffeine.
What about before?
I have a YouTube channel
Mm-hmm.
that I haven't used in about a year or two. That should be called. I don't know if I changed the name of it. But yeah, I have a YouTube channel where I streamed a variety of games. I did a lot of comedy night,
Nice.
that kind of stuff. Let me see here. So like I did that mainly. Yeah, at the moment the channel's just I changed the name back to Anthony, and I quit uploading videos to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it didn't really start till probably about 2 years ago in Caffeine. I came up here to Michigan, and I decided that I wanted to do this a lot more, you know, and that I really had an opportunity here on Caffeine to, you know, even if I don't make it big,
Mm-hmm.
to be known, you know. So yeah, I about so like 2018 really is when I really started taking this a little more seriously. It's when I made I really made the Murloc persona. Is when I started actually looking up how to stream proper ways, like the different things I could do. Like I still don't know how to make an overlay or put one on OBS,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, you know, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Yeah, in 2018, I was still figuring stuff out in my college, like pre-college years, and like I had no idea I'd ever be streaming, like ever be a personality online. So
Same.
yeah, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about it now from back then, you know.
Right? It absolutely is. You know, you think about like, you know, yeah, like I've always thought that I had too much anxiety or too much, and I function off of anxiety for the most part. You know, like the Energizer Bunny. You know, except I just constantly charge myself. But like, you know, and then you know, with the speech impediment, and I never been good with like talking to individuals like that. I didn't know how we would do. I didn't know how I would do.
Mm-hmm.
I
You're doing
don't
great,
think
by the
I
way.
would've- What's up?
You're
Yeah,
doing great, by the way.
Doing great. Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you very much. You know, and I think that has come with the years of constantly doing this and
Yeah.
opening up and like allowing myself not to have like that nervousness behind it of like, am I doing good? What are people thinking of me? Yada yada yada. At the end of the
Exactly.
day, I don't have a gimmick. You know, I don't have a niche. You know, I don't go. You know, I don't muggle at the end of every stream. You know, I'm just the guy who hangs out, plays
Exactly.
games, and talks to you, listens to music, and I mean, what you see is what you get. You know, I'm.
So
to
we
be
get
honest,
the beard.
what you see is what you get.
We
You
get
get
like
good at
test
you.
process in the background in which we had them.
Yeah.
What? All my extra
Okay, no,
comics.
that's the content right there. That's enough content right there.
True.
And I got all this stuff just so I'd have something cool for the viewers to look at. You know?
Okay.
You know, and like I got all this stuff, but like I didn't put it up on my wall or do any of that or figure out any of that stuff until I thought about, if I'm not talking or I'm AFK, what do they really have to look at besides a white wall? No one just wants to stare at a white wall.
See, I'm still working on that here.
Yeah, exactly. So it's always a work in progress, right? And that's what I did with this.
For me, this whole thing is just because I was in college and I wanted to spice up my room. I just wanted the college room feel. You got
Is that
posters, right?
Is that boxes? Is that boxes from Kingdom Hearts?
Which one? That
the one on the right side with the brown hair.
The brown hair. She is blonde.
Oh, okay. It looked
blonde. She's Milo Evergarden from Evergarden. Yeah.
I see it now.
There we go.
Oh,
she's brilliant. She's got
from way back here.
Letters drifting in through the window and everything.
Yes, I see it now. You said it. I thought it was a boy, but then again, all I saw was a black suit and brown hair. So I just instantly thought boxes from Kingdom Hearts.
Maybe it is in America. Who knows?
That is a really good. That was Netflix has been coming out. So.
Oh yeah.
They've been nailing that shit lately. I'm loving it. I'm excited. I don't know about you guys. I'm stoked.
I'm so a lot of Netflix shows coming out soon.
The live action The Last Airbender.
Yep.
Really excited.
I'm on the edge of that. I'm on the edge about that one because can't we just establish a new IP with the same team but new IP because they cannot replicate the same magic that the original story had. They just can't.
I think if they pump enough money into it, they'll be able to replicate the looks of it. But it's really going to come down to how well the actors do.
So much money into the Korra series, and look how that turned out.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to how well the actors can execute it. Because they have the same writers and everything as the original show. It's no one new. It's the original writers, the producers, the people that worked on the cartoon, on working on the live action, which is why I'm hoping it has some promise in it.
Yeah, I hope,
it's actually not
they do some scenes differently to the actual cartoon, or they do something a twist that wasn't added there. That'll be really interesting. Yeah.
As long as Sokka is not a white guy again, I'll be good. I'll be good. That's really the only issue I had.
It was really weird seeing the fucking movie do that.
Yeah, but then again, in his defense, they gave M. Night Shyamalan a ridiculously small budget for that movie. So
it's true.
But he worked with what he got. And I mean,
Shyamalan is just not the guy you want on your Avatar movie.
It was such a weird choice for a director, right? Such a weird. All right, guys, we want to work. Who's going to pitch that? All right, guys, we need to make a Last Avatar movie. We have all these choices. So well, what about the guy who made Signs? What about him? Son of a bitch, I'm in. That's how, that was it. Someone just tossed out his name. It was you know what? Well, we know we can get him. Let's just get him.
Yeah, you're right. We do need Shyamalan on this.
We can't get Spielberg or a Michael Bay. Oh God, it was done by Michael Bay. At least the Firebenders.
The explosion of the Firebenders, right? Yeah.
Yeah, at least the Firebenders. The intro would have been cool with the Fire Nation.
Yue would be played by Mega Fox looking freaking right. She'd be played a super hot.
Sokka would be Shia LaBeouf. I love it. Give me Shia LaBeouf and Sokka. I'll watch that movie all day.
Alright.
Oh man.
Murloc,
Hi.
what games do you like, man?
That's a loaded question. You might as well ask me like who's my favorite artist or what's my favorite food.
Go ahead.
It's
The answer
hard
is
to
all
have
of it.
one favorite. Yeah.
You can ask yourself questions and
All
answer.
things, all of them.
Yeah.
They're my favorite. All.
My go-to game, it always has been, and as much as I hate it, and as much as I cannot stand playing the son of a bitch, is Overwatch. That's where I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours.
I'm waiting for number 2 to come out.
I got 2 accounts in Overwatch. You know,
I want to play, but not the first one. I want to try the second one. I don't know why.
Like I don't like the running around shooting people and then not seeing them and then they kill you thing. I really don't like those kind of games.
yeah,
Because you can't have eyes in the back of your head and then somehow you just get shot from behind and you get yelled at for it.
It's all about the noise. Like they have it, you know, to where like if your sound is turned up, you're gonna you're gonna hear the person running across the map. It's gonna be faint. You'll hear it. You know, it's just that people don't listen to footsteps.
The major problem that Overwatch has is like the overwhelming feedback that you get, like visual feedback, auditory feedback.
It's a
all
lot
of it
sometimes.
is in you, like in your face all the time. Yeah.
Yep. It's a lot at times.
So you can't actually hear their footsteps when like 5 different people are shooting at you and then like your skills flashing, right? That's pretty much it.
Just get used to it, I guess. Is
Get
the only
good.
way I can say it. You know, get used to it. No, I mean I'm not good. I'm used to it. But
what you're saying is get good. Get good strike. Yeah, okay.
No, I only hit diamond once in my life, and then that was my achievement, and I have not tried for it since.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I play it because I like competitiveness, but I don't. There's not a lot of games that I get into competitive, you know. Like League, as much as I love League of Legends now, you know, I'm very new to League, but I've still only played like a couple matches ranked because like I don't know. It's so like Overwatch is really the only thing I play competitively. It's what I get really into. It's what I zone in on, hard. Yeah. And like at one point I wanted to be in League, and I wanted to be in Overwatch Academy. I wanted to be in contenders, but I'm a solo player. I have no idea how to find a team, how to go about it with that. So I just kind of let that go, over time. But like for a while, I was really hardcore in Overwatch. That was my go-to. Beyond that, RPGs for life, man. I grew up on Final Fantasies in the PlayStation 1, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. Legend of Zelda will always be my favorite. I got tattoos of mine. I got tattoos of the Ocarina.
Yeah, the Hyrule's like triangles or something.
I have
the Triforce.
I got the Triforce and the spiritual stones.
Damn.
And the Hyrulean crest. I'll sing the Master Sword, and this is Vivi from Final Fantasy 9.
The black fruit things, the ones with like the leaves on their heads.
Huh?
I can't remember what those are called. The black fruit looking.
Yeah, they're the things in the wild woods or in the lost woods. They wear the masks.
Like what is called? I can't remember.
I'm trying to think. You saw a lot of them in Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Not Wind Waker, but
Breath of the Wild.
Majora's Mask. You actually turned into one of them.
Okay.
And you
Yeah,
play
one of
it.
my friends, one of my friends I was going to say has a tattoo of that. Like
That's
the,
really
the
cool.
one you turned into, I think. Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah, I have I got my Zelda tattoo, my Final Fantasy one Black Mage.
I always wanted runes to like,
Yeah.
show your classes and stuff like that. That's really cool. Yeah.
Oh yes. I thought about that as well for my Final Fantasy 14 days.
Every time you take up a new class and like get level 50 cap on it, you just do one. Yeah, you do one. Yeah.
I played that game. I was an
Good.
MMO junkie for years. So I played WoW for 8 years. I played for Final Fantasy 14 for God knows how many years.
I didn't know I love Final Fantasy 14 as much as I do today.
It's a great game.
Yeah, I can see. Now I can see myself spending way more money than I would be willing to on it.
It's a beautiful game,
Right.
and honestly,
Right.
you will not find a better community in an MMO than you will in Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, it's almost as wholesome as Caffeine, so like the community there.
Every server I have been on has just like I play primarily on Cactuar, and you know I'm part of a couple Facebook groups, you know, from different servers, you know, millions of people in them, and the things that these people do on their servers for weddings, for pride, for you know, at one point you had you had for pride you had like a couple hundred people on Cactuar, like having their own march. You know, like who the hell organized hundreds of people on an MMO to just march for an hour and then hang out in the city?
Yeah.
I've never seen that happen except in Final Fantasy. So like the community is overwhelmingly positive in that game, and I loved it.
Nice.
I just don't have the time to play MMOs like that anymore.
Have you invested in like PvP in World of Warcraft?
I have not. I have never done PvP in World of Warcraft.
I never do PvP in MMOs. It's always just another level of it, and it's just
I would do it
you for the grind at the start, and then you're just doing more grind, killing people.
I didn't like it in Tab Talking game. For PvP, I played Terra online, and that probably had that was probably where I had the most fun as a PvPer.
So you haven't tried Guild Wars 2 then?
I actually got Guild Wars 2, but I never did PvP in it.
Oh man, the World versus World, man. Oof.
That's always what I heard.
That was so good, man. Jesus Christ. Like server versus server. That's
like it was true. I've always thought it was brilliant because of how it did the loot system.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a role system, was it? Or what something about it was special. How you did PvE content even, not just PvP but PvE.
In Guild Wars?
Yeah, in Guild Wars too. Like I've heard people say they got like more. Like
thing
more
is, if you leveled in Guild Wars 2, right? Yeah. Every zone you went to would be up or down to your level. And if some friend that was level 80, so level cap, came to your zone and helped you, he would literally go down to your zone, to your level. And you could literally play with him wherever, whenever. That's the cool thing.
Yeah.
Scaling is amazing there.
Level
what,
thing.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 14 does that, doesn't they? Level things, but
ESO does it now too.
Yeah.
All of them do now, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
WoW does it through a party sync mode. Where
that's amazing feature.
It's not zone wise. Yeah, you just if someone 120 joins a party with a level 20, and it goes into a zone with them, all the quests will sync. Their level will sync, and they can do all the quests with them still.
Yes.
And it'll all apply the same thing, you know.
Even if you did the quests before, you can still replay them, which is amazing.
Yeah, so it's really cool seeing how MMOs are doing that now. You know,
I
I
think I
played.
remember there being stories about Guild Wars 2 where you basically get the same loot that everyone else gets as well. Like you don't have to basically like have just the one legendary sword. Like it basically
Oh
scales
yeah,
it down.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
more
yeah.
rewards, and
Yeah,
then everyone else gets
shared
the
loot.
same thing.
Yeah, share loot. Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
Shared
yeah,
loot. That's what
yeah.
we're talking
That's
about.
what ESO does as well now.
Hmm.
They made everything shared. You know, they made it so that you can level anywhere in the world and
Mhm.
all scale appropriate. So like, you have a 98 and a 60 next to each other, then that mob, you know, they're gonna see, you know, with different levels from the same mob that they killed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I believe is how it is, and you know, they're able to travel the world, level where they want to. All you know, it doesn't matter what you kill. It's all
But
very
that's
much group based.
that's
You know?
similar in WoW as well, right? Like for
Now,
example, in
yes, yes, it is now.
yeah, in vanilla, when you're like level 10 or level 60, you will still see the same mob, you know, level
Yep.
up accordingly.
Yep, you will now. Yep. I think it's really cool how the MMOs took to a scaling.
It is. It really is.
The system now. It made it much more interesting that I can travel the entire world to play.
Yeah. So one thing, oh, Softy, when you asked earlier about Shadowlands, right? I just
Yeah.
remembered one thing that's gonna be really cool is leveling, because you can literally just go through one expansion and be level 50, which is amazing, right? Just do one expansion and you're done, and you're level 50. Then you can go to
Oh.
Shadowlands. Yeah, just choose whatever you want at the beginning. Do that the whole content. Bam.
Yep.
So you don't miss on story
cool.
or anything, which is really good.
Because I mean personally, I loved Mr. Pandaria.
Yeah, me too.
It was, you know, I started, I'd left WoW and started back in the Cataclysm.
Mm-hmm.
So like I didn't really play much of Catac. You know, I came in for the raiding. I was a raider, hardcore raider. I would raid like 8 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
Like almost every day. You know, it doesn't matter if I got off at 11 at night or 5 a.m. in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I was raiding. And so MOP introduced like a lot of lore to the game, a lot of extra stuff that I hadn't like played before in WoW. So it was really cool to me, and I loved it. I almost hit server first on Priest. I was a half hour behind from hitting it.
Damn.
Some other priest hit 90 before I did. I took off of work for 2 days. I pre-ordered the expansion, and I played as soon as it launched, and I leveled throughout the night.
Do you get like extra rewards for being server first, or
an achievement you get to show off.
Oh, hey, that's so cool.
Yeah.
A major achievement. Yep. And like I think a title as well.
Yeah.
You get a title for being like server first. So I was really excited. So I had that chance, and I was playing hardcore at the time. So I was like, I'm getting this shit.
But
And
you know why he was late 30 minutes? Because he was doing some gardening.
Seriously?
Probably.
Oh,
yeah.
That was
because I took smoke breaks. I took smoke breaks. That's why I failed. Because I was like, man, I've been grinding for like 7 hours. Let me go roll up a blunt real fast or a joint and go get nice and high again.
Always how to get you.
Well, grind WoW sober, like that shit would put me to sleep. Like I just couldn't. Like,
Murloc, I actually meant both gardening in real life and the one in the game, yeah. Because there was gardening in Pandaria, remember?
Yeah. Yes, I remember. Because MOP was the first time I actually did professions.
Yeah.
The only time I can.
True.
Hi.
So
that's why you were late 30 minutes. So that's on you, my friend. That's on you.
Oh, absolutely is. as has been discussed earlier, it's all on me.
It's all on you.
Most of the things I talk about is going to be because like I was just lazy, or because I went to go get high instead, or I went to go do something else, you know.
So if somebody says you are awesome, Murloc, you say, "Yep, that's my problem." I did it.
It's my problem.
Yep.
I did that, guys. Sorry.
All right. So, what is your favorite character in the game, and the favorite company, basically? Because you mentioned Nintendo and PlayStation because of So, what is your favorite character and company for games?
Character in any game.
Yeah, yeah. It's not the Murloc. Oh my god.
No, I mean, if we're talking about like character that I've like played as in a game or something like that, or like just in a game in general.
Can be character, can be NPC. It doesn't matter.
And
Well, viewers, Nem says hi, actually. Says hi to you. One of
Hi.
our viewers, Nem, says
Oh.
hi to you.
Hi, Nem. It's very nice to meet you. I'm Murloc.
Yes, we are
I
excited.
grew
Go on.
up a PlayStation fan. You know, the only console I had for gaming beyond that was a 64. But prior to that, I mean, after that was nothing but PlayStation. So my mom would go to pawn shops and buy me just all these obscure RPGs and JRPGs, so like.
But they're all like bootlegs of each other and stuff like that.
No, they were just JRPGs that weren't that popular, like
great.
like the Sorkudens. I would have never known what those were, but like I played, Sorkuden 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of them. They were all so different. I loved those games. That's how I discovered Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross. That's how I found Parasite Eve. Silent Hill was just all just out in the pawn shops. And
nice.
I love them. So PlayStation, by far, Square Enix has been there for me through all of my antisocial days in middle school. So my favorite character is so hard to choose, man. I'm trying to think so hard, and I just cannot.
All right, top 5, top 3. I don't care.
Come up with one.
Just do something.
Red 13 from Final Fantasy VII, or his real name is Nanaki. It's by far one of my favorites. I love that doggo, and mostly because he's a doggo. With fire on his tail, he's so cool. And he's an eco-terrorist. Come on, I love all those 3 things. Let's see.
Then you should love the dog from Half-Life 2 as well, right?
From what?
From Half-Life 2.
Oh my gosh, I forgot all about that guy.
Come on, man.
Dude, it's been so long since I played Half-Life and Half-Life
2. Or the dog from Call of Duty Ghost, right?
I didn't play Ghost.
Oh my god, dude, that's the best pooch you can have.
I didn't play a Call of Duty after. Actually, I didn't play a story mode Call of Duty since like 2.
Yeah, me too.
And after that, it was nothing but zombies. I just played zombies religiously. I'm a zombie fanatic. I love zombie films. I love it. I love it all. I'm a zombie buff.
But how did you forget Half-Life 2's dog, man? Come on.
I mean, you really want me to answer that?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
I mean, we can go into why my memory is so bad.
Let's just speculate, but no.
But yeah.
Or Mr. Wiggles from World of Warcraft.
Mr. Wiggles. I remember one time I saw that dog by the damn river.
My chat thinks you sound like Dutch.
What?
Like
Who, me?
No, Hit&Bun. Just
Okay, sorry.
What about viewers since you sound like a Dutch person? It's very interesting. Alright.
Like a
Yeah.
Dutch person.
Okay.
Are you Dutch?
Dutch accent?
Are you
No.
secretly Dutch?
No, I'm not secretly Dutch.
Oh man.
I know a hot girl from Holland though, so.
I need to run and grab some H2O real quick.
Alright.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go!
Don't trip.
Yeah.
Or do it. Do it. Do it. It'd be funny. Do it.
I look like a Dutch person? Really? Huh. Hello, I am from Holland. I speak not Dutch because I am very weird Dutch person. Hell no. I do have some friends from Dutch.
Potentially offensive. I don't know.
But yeah, yeah, potentially. It's not. It's just potentially.
Yeah.
Anything can be potentially.
Like it's only potential. No one cares about potential in the real world.
Exactly. See? So. Oh man, this is going great today. Jesus Christ. Whew. Still hot in my room. Still hot as hell. So Wika, yeah, he is.
It's weirdly freezing. Like it's been raining nonstop for 2 days. It's great.
Wanna switch? It's like 40 degrees in my room. Wanna switch? Let's go.
No.
For fuck's sake.
No, you keep your den room. Okay? You want to switch kitchens, then you can do that. I'd be very happy to switch kitchens.
So yeah, Wika, he is. I mean, all of us. I don't know about Softy because he doesn't play World of Warcraft that much, but we are all excited for Shadowlands, right? So.
Oh no.
Welcome back, man.
Thank you.
And he's gone again. Oh, there is.
Yeah, knock stuff off my desk.
So we were talking about doggos, right? So you have a doggo in real life as well. So share more about the doggo.
Well, her name is Rosalind.
Vaseline.
That's great.
Rosalind, ROZALYNN. Rosalind Jane. Me and my ex rescued her out of a chicken coop in our neighbor's backyard.
Oh,
Nice.
With her 2 sisters.
precious.
Well, I say we rescued, but
You did.
the
Yeah.
story is I came home from work. My girlfriend was at the neighbor's house.
Mm-hmm.
He had got these dogs from someone. He had rescued the dogs from someone else,
Mm-hmm.
but he had no idea what he was going to do with them.
Oh.
So, I get home and she comes walking over, drunk as hell, through the yard with this little bundle of something in her arms, just long old legs sticking down.
Mm-hmm.
And it was our raw dog. And we already had like animals at the time, so I was like, oh, we don't need another dog. We got her. And she was really hard at first. She had a lot of bad anxiety. If you looked at her wrong, she would just pee all over herself. It was really sad. Like, so, I'd always trained dogs using like a balanced method. I'm a positive and negative reinforcement. Rosalind could not have any negative reinforcement in her life.
Damn.
It would just tear this dog down. So she taught me a lot of patience. A lot of patience and a lot of tolerance, because I fell in love with her, and I knew that she was going to be my best friend, and that it was going to take a lot of work.
Yeah.
And it did. It took years of her peeing on beds, on couches, chewing up stuff.
But it paid off.
Paid off. Oh, pause.
I don't think this is a good time to bring it up, but I just hit 1K apparently.
Congrats, man! Woo! Party!
Fantastic. Thank you guys for
Oh, pooch! That's what you get for your reward, a pooch.
holy shit. Yeah, but in a whole year, dude. An entire year. Oh. Finally, first K. First K.
Damn, he's lovely.
Any social platform. Oh, I love
Oh.
that.
No.
Yes.
So solid now. Like just
Come here, lazy
not
girl.
paying attention. Oh my gosh.
I just woke her up, so she's
Cat.
being
Is there
lazy.
a cat?
Yeah, hi, Echo.
Hello?
It's my neighbor. Okay, you gonna lay back down?
Nope.
Lay back down?
Nope, she's back.
Meow.
Aww.
I took her for a walk, and she is just so tired.
She's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That look though. Damn.
Oh, she is my bestest friend. She's my emotional support animal. I have a register now.
Hmm.
So she's my little ESA.
Hmm.
And this is Echo. Hey. Meow. Come me out.
Oh, she
Oh,
can't
nice.
be.
Quit being weird. Get your paw.
Oh,
He hates when I pick him up. Hates when I pick him up. Come here. Hey. You gotta say hi.
Oh, nice.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
He hates when I pick him up.
Oh,
Yeah, but that's
poor Echo.
that's my animals. Bye, Rosin. Bye.
Nice, nice.
Bye. Are you leaving?
Bye bye.
Goodbye. I love you.
Oh, just when you call her name, she just instantly just.
Yep.
Right.
That's
Great.
You wanna come here? You want
I got a small dog too, so it's really relatable.
Hi. Welcome back. Talking to the kitty, but hi.
She just wants the glory now.
Yeah, she wants to take the place.
Yeah, she's in charge now. Sorry, Murloc. It was nice seeing you, Murloc. See ya.
Okay, bye.
Let's talk to the doggy.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Fine, whatever, cat.
It's fantastic.
Nice.
He's my roommate's cat, but he hangs out with me a lot.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
wish I had pets. I wish I had pets right now. God.
You got any pets at home, Softy?
Yeah, I do. 3 dogs, but
Oh, nice.
one of them recently passed.
Oh,
So
sorry.
yeah.
I have another animal in North Carolina that I left with my family when I moved up here. He's his name is Felix. And he is a 150-pound German Shepherd Labrador.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Well, I think I have a picture of him.
Nice. That's what we like to hear.
He is a beautiful dog. He is fat as shit, though. Like, he is just not this dog at all.
Yeah.
He just him. So like he is obese, but he is such a fat boy, and I love him.
Our context, he very dodgy is say
Such a fat boy.
Such a nice fat boy.
My puppy dog.
My fat boy. My comfy fat boy.
He's a big old chunk, you know.
This is mine, by the way. Oh, there we go.
Oh, look at that baby!
It's not a baby, it's a full-grown dog, man. I mean,
all puppies are babies to me. You just understand. All dogs are puppies, and all puppies are babies.
True. That is true. That is true.
This.
That's
my boy Felix.
So nice. So
yes,
very,
he's a handsome guy.
He
talks, and he doesn't ever shut the fuck up. Like, literally.
So just like you. So you're brothers.
I taught him how to knock when he wants to go in and out.
Nice.
So now I went down there for the holidays to my family's, and I sat on the couch. And I'll be damned if this dog doesn't go and knock on everyone's door to be let out. Someone's gonna answer. He'll go and he'll put up his paw and he'll.
Oh my god. So
no one answers, moves to the next door. No? Alright. They're like
This is what I like about dogs. They're so freaking smart, man.
Dude,
it's ridiculous.
He is too smart.
I know.
like taught him how to knock on doors, taught him how to talk to you. Like he was fun. Like I'll sit there and have a conversation with him, and it's weird how he knows.
Yeah,
It's so weird how
I
I think
know.
he knows English better than I do.
He does. Yes, exactly.
Like honestly, I think he knows English better than me.
Like sometimes when I talk to my dog, right, and she just watches me, and she has that look in her eyes, you know, shut the fuck up already. And I'm like, all right, I'm done, I'm done.
I spend every day with you. Like I know that my dog spends every day with me, but like
They
you're
know.
gonna have to deal with this.
They
Like,
know.
I'm never going to stop touching you.
Yeah, but they know. They know literally everything that is to know about you and you know your family and whatnot.
Yep.
Whatever
That's why
you
she's
do.
my emotional support puppy. Like I've dealt with depression for many years, and it's been really bad over the course of like the last 3. So she's really been
That's really good.
Well, you look good, man. So
very intuitive.
keep up, man.
Oh, thank you. I've been doing better, you know, a lot better lately. You know, I go to therapy a lot more now to help me out, just to get stuff out. You know, I do a lot more in living situation as well. But
I'm pretty sure dogs and streaming helps you a lot.
Absolutely.
Pretty much.
Absolutely. So, you know.
Finally found mine. Finally found my freaking dog.
Oh!
That's right there.
Oh, those babies.
Yeah.
I
think,
love
yeah, that's still her.
Looks like a fox there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They have a bit of fox.
Oh, nice.
That's his name's Lipton after the tea. You know, Lipton tea brand.
I love it.
Or it looks like, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly right, that shade. Yeah.
Hit. What's your dog's name?
Pika. From Pikachu. Pika.
Pika. Lipton. Aw, I love it. That is so wholesome.
Lipton, Taylor, yeah, and coffee.
Yeah.
Lipton, oh my gosh, that's so. I love it.
Right. So, like coffee is the most basic name, but like it goes so well with tea, right? Like,
Whatever.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a basic name for a puppo. Okay.
So we should be named from now on the Pooch Trio.
Yeah, that's Taylor when she's like just playful. She literally just like, yeah.
We also have a snake in the house.
Oh, I can't get the thing focused, but
she doesn't really like me too much yet.
Yeah, she just wants to strangle you.
I went to take away her water bowl today to be filled, and she struck me.
Oh.
So it's gonna let her do her thing.
What snake do you have?
It's just a ball python, a baby. It's like
yeah, but still they can.
I mean, it hurt a little bit. It wasn't that big of a joke. I was like, oh, you're obviously not in a good mood. I'm gonna leave you alone. You little fucking danger noodle. Like.
Well, just so you know, Murloc, snakes and Murlocs do not get along very well.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Lady Vash is kind of like a snake enough, and they like enslave my people.
Exactly.
So, we know, but I'm trying, because the snake's name is Nagini, from Harry Potter.
Oh, right.
Oh, right, got you.
So, I really want to be friends with her, and she's going to be my friend.
Whether she likes it or not.
That's what I told. That's what I told
the alpha chat, please. Yeah.
That's what I've told every single animal I've met, and so far, it's proven true. So, we're gonna try to make this snake like me. I don't know how, because it won't eat the food I feed her. So
that's one of the reasons you should use YouTube again to show us that.
Like show the snake eating like
no.
You're gonna show the snake a video of snakes eating.
No.
Just show me trying to play with the snake and it like striking me like stop.
Yes.
I love you.
Yes, that's what we want to see.
Let me love you.
Yeah, sure. It's supposed to stick to like actual wildlife videos, and like it learns how to do like the
Oh my
actual
God.
wild snake stuff.
And you know what? I could do it. Jenna Marbles isn't a thing on YouTube anymore. I could be the next Jenna Marbles with animals.
See?
Oh
See?
yeah, that works.
Yeah.
That works.
You
for
could be the
sure.
next
See?
Steve Irwin, man. Who knows?
Someone has to fill the power gap. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Someone has to.
Exactly.
And it's not going to be the snake lady that did heroin.
Nope.
What's her name? I used to watch her a lot.
Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake.
She's really pretty, but she just. I did a couple of her videos. She got called out for
I
a
forgot
bunch of
to.
stuff,
I
and then
forgot
she
her
denied
name.
it a lot,
Yeah.
and then came out that it was true.
Mm-hmm. That's similar to like that Caesar guy, you know, when he was mistreating dogs, right?
The Milan.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
That guy was
Yeah.
like, dude,
You could see it coming from a mile away. He did not look alright.
he didn't.
No.
No.
Nah. Taylor Nicole.
Yes, Taylor. Yes, there we go.
Taylor Nicole.
There we go.
And,
Yes.
and don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking anybody that ends up on that shit.
Mhm.
I get it. You know, life happens, and you work through it. I just did it as a fan. I just wasn't too keen on the adamant denials because in the end, it did end up hurting the snakes. So.
I love that guy. I love that guy on Animal Planet. That
Steve Irwin?
No,
Or...
Steve Irwin is dead. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean.
No, the guy that actually works with the cats.
I don't.
You know that guy? He has a beard. Huh?
Joe Exotic? I don't know.
No. He has a beard.
Oh my God.
He has a beard and.
I don't want to.
You don't?
No,
He's really cool though. He's really cool though. He actually works like people should work with animals. You know.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I haven't had cable in years and years, so like I don't get to watch it too much.
But he looks like you, Murloc. He just has glasses. That's the whole difference. Seriously.
I got glasses. I just don't know where they're at.
I
haven't known where they're at for like a year.
Maybe the snake knows.
See, the thing is, I get a free pair every year.
Uh-huh.
But I lost mine before the year was up. So I've had to wait until the next year to order another pair.
Damn. Well, I would ask the snake, by the way. Who knows? Maybe she knows.
That snake's new. She don't know shit.
You'd be surprised, man, what snakes
All
know.
she knows is that every once in a while, there's a giant furry beast that jumps up there and look at her.
Alright.
My dog loves animals.
Nice.
Like, she loves animals.
Makes so much sense.
Almost as much as I do. I've lost her in the woods. Well, we used to live out in the boonies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she got staring at a squirrel the whole time.
Deer.
Oh.
Yeah.
This one time, I took her out. We were just walking around the backyard, giant backyard, all these woods, and we see a deer at the edge, and I'm like, oh shit. I can't grab her fast enough. And she sees this deer, and her ears go straight up, and her tail curls, and she does have some kind of shepherd in her. She's a pit bull and some kind of shepherd.
Yeah.
This chick points when she sees something, and
she's gone.
And she kicks ground up, like chunks of dirt are flying all over the place, and this deer darts, and all I hear is. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't hear her anymore.
Together in like flock or something, or...
Oh no, I had to go walking in those woods for like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Whoa.
Yeah, but by the time she realized that she wasn't in the yard anymore, she was so far in the woods that she was smart enough to just not move.
Mm-hmm.
She
freaked out.
She was at,
yeah. What do you get up to with the animals when she like catches up with one or? What do you plan to do with them?
She just wants to play. She wants to jump around. She wants to jump around. She likes when animals chase her, so she wants to chase.
She wants to play, yeah.
You know, I've seen her I've literally watched her chase after a rabbit and get to it, and I've seen her like she's able to catch it. She's able to catch these animals and the chickens we had, but like she'll stop
Mm-hmm.
and just like wait, because all she wants to do is chase and be chased.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So all she does is just like literally sit there, just wait for it to like chase after her. Is that what it is?
She just
No, she like or like chomp on them or anything like that.
no,
Right?
she won't bite anything. No,
Yeah.
she won't bite anything.
I hate it when people say that dogs like yours, Murloc, are really dangerous, because they're not. It's how you treat them and how you raise them. You know, that's all.
All the environment of where they
My
are.
baby has hurt a kid once, and that is because
He was his fault, probably.
well,
It was probably a kid's fault.
she didn't know him too
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
And he had asked him not to put his arms around her head.
Yeah, yeah.
But because he had seen me doing it, he thought it was okay. Logan freaked out, and I'm sorry, this is the first of two times because there were two kids that were there that just grabbed it by her head.
Yeah.
So the first time, what she does is she paused to get you away. So she went up to push this child away from her, and her nail got him in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Cut his
That's
face.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
So
Was on purpose though.
You have to trim her. You have to trim her nails, and before you have her meet children and everything. Yeah.
I mean, the kid just needs to learn boundaries with animals.
So it was the kid's fault. Okay. Next.
The animal has. I mean, the kid had his own animals. He was just allowed to just jerk around and do what he wanted with them. Whatever.
Yeah.
He learned real fast. He's gonna do that.
Mm-hmm. Just any kind of animal. Yeah.
Yeah. So second child was a friend of his came over, young girl. Came over. I had let my dog out in the morning, and I knew the kids were there, I let her out, but I let her go potty, and I was going to bring them in.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I let her out and walked away, the boy saw my dog go out and was like, "Hey, let's go look at the dog." And we brought these kids out there. So I walked back to my door, not even like, walk back to my door to bring them in, and I see these kids out there, and this little girl is going to hug my dog, and I'm like, "Oh my god, no!"
No.
I'm gonna open up the door, and my dog jerks her head up and just headbutts this child in the jaw. And this kid, she fucking bites her tongue and everything, just screams at the top of her lungs and just falls back, and my dog just runs over and comes back inside, and I am like, "Oh my god!"
Poor dog.
So again, not the dog's fault. Dog is never. Yeah, it's the kid's fault.
She never intentionally hurt anybody, but she
I know.
has anxiety. She doesn't like being grabbed like that, and the boy knew, at this point he knew how to handle my doggo. He just wasn't thinking that these kids didn't know him. He's like 6 with ADHD, so he's not thinking about it. Yeah. So he knew how to handle her now, but he didn't know how to be like, "Hey, don't grab her head."
Yeah.
So that was fun. But yeah, beyond that, like, she's perfectly fine. She'll if we're walking and she wants some, she loves other dogs, like other pit bulls, pits, huskies, and German shepherds. She will trip her shit over. She will sit there and she will just yap at, not bark, but yap, like high pitched at the top of her lungs at these dogs. And she won't move, she won't jerk at them, she won't nothing. She'll sit there and just yap. And I'm like, "Are you done now? Like, can we walk? Like, are we done trying to get your attention?" And once she realizes that these dogs aren't going to come over and play with her, she'll go on walking. And I'm like, "Jesus Christ!" Like, hi. My dog's just yelling at your dog. I'm sorry.
By the way, do you guys know I'm just gonna link this. I know it's not supposed to be linked, but you know.
What?
There, I linked it on my page.
What page? What you stream? Oh,
On my
okay.
stream, yeah, so you guys can see. Sharp Planina, do you know what that is? It's like the shepherd dog. It's like Illyrian shepherd dog, I think it's called. Yeah.
Sharp Plania? Sharp Plania?
Sharp
What's that?
Planina. This is like Sharp Planina is like a valley in Macedonia, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and those dogs come from there because they actually
They look like shepherd
Oh my
dogs.
God.
They look
yes,
like
they actually take care of sheep, you know. That's what they do. They literally raise for just for that purpose, right? We had that dog, and this is like a really big dog, right? You know, this is like
Okay.
I don't know, I would say meter and a half tall, and it has like
Okay.
80 to 100 kilos. Really big dog, right? And you know, when you have a big dog, you cannot, you know, get close to him when he eats, right? Well,
Of course not.
problem was I was the best friend with this dog. We had this dog for like I don't know 10 years, right? We were best friends. But you know, with every dog, he was bigger than me basically, and he had dinner and he started eating dinner,
That's not good news.
and I got too close with my head to his head.
Wait.
Dude, he was this close to my nose. He would literally rip it out if I wasn't like careful.
Oh.
And we were the bestest friends. You cannot get too close to dog when he eats. Holy crap, that was like the worst experience in my life. I could see inside his mouth. It was like it was not a pretty sight.
I've been attacked by a dog before.
Yeah.
I have my left ear it doesn't have an earlobe.
Mhm.
And yeah, part of my ear got ripped off by a dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it ripped off my eyebrow. So like all of this and some of my eyelid is actually fake skin.
Damn.
Oh shit.
And my what is now an earlobe is actually just fake as well.
Oh.
So yeah, I get it. Like it's terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
And like I've been in fights with dogs. Like I've had to fight a dog because it's like the dog's going to attack me. So it's either I turn my back and get attacked, or I punch the dog in the face, kind of thing, you know. But hell, Felix, my dog back home, he got an alpha complex and he attacked me one day. And we fought. No one else was home, and I never had to fist fight a dog. He was 120 pounds, and this dog literally would not back off from me. Like I'm hitting this dog in the face, like hitting him in his mouth.
Nothing.
And he is not backing off. So finally, like we're both covered in blood. Like he had grabbed hold of my hand right here, and he had ripped down my fingers.
Yep.
So so I was just like, and so like eventually we got tired out, and he stopped and I stopped, and my family came home and like both covered in like blood. It's fine, you know. And they're like, "What the hell happened?" He's like, "Dog wanted to fight or something." But you know what? After that, we were perfectly fine. He never did that again. He never was aggressive towards anyone ever, towards anything. You know.
Just imagine Murloc's family coming home and seeing those two, like the dog and Murloc, like in blood.
Yeah,
what were you doing?
Yeah,
and Murloc saying,
my family were like serious, like they thought they were going to have to get rid of him. I'm like, no, don't get rid of him.
No, and you said we were playing Dark Souls.
No, I mean I told him we fought. I said he attacked me and we fought. I don't know what else to do. And but they were like, so we got to get rid of him. I'm like, no, we don't. We don't just get rid of the problem.
Nope.
I'm like, we're going to fix this. We're going to fix this issue.
Yeah.
I love my doggo. We're going to keep this little bastard. I didn't just fucking fist fight a dog just to get rid of them. Okay?
So what did he do that for?
What? Well, why
Attack
he
you
did it,
all of a
I have
sudden?
no idea.
No idea.
I have no clue. I don't know. I'm assuming he may have
Sometimes animals just have
territorial.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
instincts kick in once in a while.
because maybe he could get away with so much with the rest of the family.
Uh-huh,
He was so big. He started getting an alpha.
Yeah.
And I remember I just went to go pet him, and I guess he didn't want to get touched, and he lashed out at me. And obviously, I didn't think he was going to bite me, so I didn't move. And he did.
So the dog that I showed you earlier, Sharp Hinas, right? The Illyrian one, right? The shepherd dog. He only acknowledged, like, okay, I was his friend because I was the smallest in the family back then, right? He was like a protector for me, but he didn't respect me at all. Trust me, he didn't respect me.
Yeah.
My father, who was really big, he was the only leader here in the family, and he actually, the dog was the dog only acknowledged my father ever in his life. My mom, he liked because she fed him. But anybody else that came close to that dog, dude, you just better run. Because even if you're my best friend, my girlfriend, doesn't matter. Run. Because he was not gonna, he didn't tolerate at all.
Yeah.
And that's just how he was. That's just how they are. That's just, they're just there to protect.
It's a personality.
Yeah. You can't do shit about that,
No. And at that point, they aren't awful animals. They're just animals that require a certain kind of home situation.
Oh, you reminded me. We had a neighbor who was drinking all the time, and one day I remember I was literally playing outside, and this neighbor came to our house. I don't know why, but he came and he had a stick in his hand. And this dog, whenever he saw a stick, he was not feeling good about it. And that guy, which was a total idiot, right? He actually smacked my dog on the head. And this dog remembered. And like 5 years later, we were going down in the woods, and he saw, like, there was my father, me, and the dog, plus that neighbor was there in the distance, right? He saw him like 50 meters or 100 meters in front of us. The dog lost it. He literally pulled the leash out of my father's arms, and he literally ran. He didn't do anything to the neighbor, right? He just jumped on him, and he was like, "Argh." That was it. He was done. He showed that he's the boss.
Yeah,
The neighbor was like shitting his pants. I'm not even kidding.
Hit me with the stick again.
If you dare. But 5 years, man, he remembered. 5 years.
People who think like they can mess with animals.
No, you can't mess with animals, man. They remember. Trust me.
Yep. Yeah. It's really cool how animals have that kind of personality. My dog, Felix, we have outside cats and outside ducks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously the ducks are outside, but
you have a farm at home?
Cats. Huh?
You have a farm at home?
No.
No, just normal.
No,
okay.
it's not a farm. Yeah, we just live we live in a double wide trailer on a lake. It's been family owned since my grandfather owned it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're able to have all these animals because my dog loves small animals.
Yeah.
Like loves them. He protects the cats outside from the other dogs. Like we have other dogs in our neighborhood. They just know better than to come to my damn dog.
Yeah.
And they don't mess with the cats.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't mess with the ducks. They don't mess with anything.
Because they know. Because they know if you mess with the ducks, you mess with the dog.
And now when my dog was healthier,
yeah,
he would bring me home like trophies of like, I don't know where he got deer from.
Oh.
But like sometimes he would bring me home like a deer leg. Or like one time he brought me home like an antler with like part of the head attached still. And like it was fresh. Like, and it was just trophies he was bringing home to me. He'd drop them at the front door and wag his tail and be like, "Look what I got, Dad." And like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, you sure did. But like, I guess you got it. So I mean, I sawed off the horn off the head and gave it to him.
Yep.
Chew on the deer horn.
Yep.
He has all of his shots. He's not gonna get nothing. I guess.
Nice.
I mean,
Nice.
the guy ate wood for a
Did
living.
you
Okay.
get it from like a dead deer or like what?
I don't know. It didn't look like it was rotting anytime. Like, you know, he brought me home one time like a fresh deer leg. Like, hadn't been sitting for long. If it had.
Did you cook it? Did you cook it for him?
No, I let him chew on that son of a bitch. He wanted to gnaw on that thing. I was like, I mean, okay.
So
I'll let you gnaw on the deer leg.
So hey, hello guys, welcome to Caffeine, where we talk about dead deer legs.
Welcome to Caffeine, where we talk about just anything.
That's literally
That's the issue
all the animals, yeah.
with the social platform is that we can be social about any damn thing, you know?
True. Alright, but let's go back to games because we are already we've talked about so much today that I literally want to see this video tomorrow.
We've covered physics.
Oh man, that's so much. Like I could tell you about the time I saw aliens. I could tell you about the time I got lost. What? Like there's so much.
Alright. No, look, we will invite you back to another edition of the podcast. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't reveal everything about yourself.
You remind me of Mathis. Mathis, he literally runs a podcast about like Illuminati conspiracy theories, and also
really does.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he also has the same kind of look as you, like funny resemblance. Yeah.
So I am the farthest thing from a conspiracy theorist. I am a massive fucking skeptic.
Okay.
Oh no,
I know,
he is too, but
I know.
Guy actually, guy's actually interesting.
I knew an individual that had a book called Big Book of Truth. I think it was. It was like 1,800 pages of nothing but conspiracy. Okay, so we could get. I want to talk to this guy, all right? Because I know. I got some things about the lizard people, right? And secret zoo level, I know it exists. I'm gonna fucking find it. I'm getting into VR, and like I'm known about Accounting Plus. You know, I'm a Justin Warren's game, and like I knew like I saw the game stuff, and so like in the game it's very meta, but like it's cool how they built up this whole conspiracy just to make a game centered around that conspiracy. It's so fucking cool. I love it. I dig it so much. I'm huge into analyzing shows and games, games, shows especially. Gravity Falls is one of my favorites. Rick and Morty. I can't. I have to rewatch
Gravity Falls. It's such
I love Gravity Falls. Ah!
Nice.
It's one of the 3 trifecta ones. So it's always Adventure Time, Steven Universe, and Gravity Falls. It's always
love Adventure Time.
Adventure Time is so good.
Oh, are you gonna watch?
Have you seen Pendleton Ward's newest show though? Like he's actually made a drug tribute kind of show.
Yeah. Are you talking about Midnight? Yeah, Midnight Gospel. Yeah.
It's good.
It's crazy. If none of you, if you haven't checked it out, watch the Midnight Gospel. It's fucking crazy.
Y'all need to check out Midnight Gospel.
They brought back Adventure Time now on HBO.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my god.
With some of the original writers, it's supposed to be what takes place like the adventures you don't see between the last episode and the episode before that one. So I'm really excited. I love Adventure Time. I'm definitely going to watch it.
Who doesn't?
The fun never ends. It's Adventure Time. It's always adventure. But yeah. So,
all right.
Yeah, back to gaming. I've
Yeah.
been getting into VR lately, as I said, and I love it. I bought an Oculus Rift S.
Wait, what about? I haven't played too many, but how about One Piece games?
I have never played One Piece. I've never watched One Piece,
What?
honestly.
All right, see ya. Have fun.
I'm not a One Piece fan.
Damn,
I
son.
just could never get into it. And at this point, there's like 1,000 episodes, and I've already ran through that with Bleach and Naruto. I can't watch another anime that goes 1,000 episodes. There's so much. I don't know if I'd ever have the time to get through it now. But yeah, I've never really got into One Piece.
Have you at least watched Dragon Ball? Anyone? See? So you are cool, after all.
I was raised on Dragon Ball Z.
Good,
So
good.
I was raised in Inuyasha and Naruto and Bleach. So my cousin got me into One Piece for a couple of arcs, but then after they were past, you know, the one with the like Snake Lake who really like Luffy. Yeah, after that I was done. I was just out. I just couldn't handle. Shit got too crazy. Shit got way too crazy. I like when Frankie joined.
Gurren Lagann is probably one of my favorites. If you guys have never seen it,
Gurren Lagann. Oh, I've heard it. I've heard
Gurren.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's such a good anime, and I've been an anime fan since it came to the U.S. You know, October came on Sci-Fi Channel in the early '90s. They aired Akiba, Galaxy Train 699.
Murloc, one of your friends is saying hi in chat, by the way. Demon Flight? Demon Flight. Yeah.
Hey, Demon. Hello. Yeah. They're new to the Caffeine. They're really nice. I really like Demon. Like I said, you know, you don't really meet too many people that you don't like, and Demon is definitely an example of just a wholesome fucking individual. That's just, I don't know. They always just have everything nice to say. There's nothing ever negative that comes out of it. I love it.
All right. So one of the questions I got the other day from one of my viewers was, what games are you like? What is your most anticipated game? And I'll just say this, right? My games. I mean, there's a lot of cool games coming, like Cyberpunk and stuff, right? We know about those, but I don't know if you remember, because I'm pretty sure Softy is too young to remember that, but you could be, you know, old enough to remember. Every time when I came home from high school or from primary school, I was watching Captain Tsubasa, the anime, the football one. You remember that?
I know the anime. Yes.
You know, all right. So there is a PC port coming to Steam in August, and the same month there is Series M4 coming, which I'm really excited for.
The earliest like football kind of anime, like the one you're saying, right? Is the earliest one I know is Inazuma 11.
Yes,
Really,
exactly. Yeah.
They're all making a game. Captain Surprise of New Champions.
Yes, and I'm waiting for that. All right. So what is your most anticipated game of the year?
The new Vampires of the Masquerade.
Of course. Of course.
I am still, dude. I used to play that on tabletop. Okay,
I'm excited for the Bloodlines 2. Are you excited for Bloodlines 2?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The Vampire of the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Nice.
I used to play that on tabletop back in high school and middle school, man. Like, I love those games. Love them. I'm so excited. another game that came out recently. I mean, I guess you'd call it a game. It's a D&D thing. I'm really big into D&D. I absolutely love it. But League of Legends just released their D&D campaign for the Tales of Bilgewater.
Interesting.
That I'm building a campaign around right now for. And I'm so fucking excited. Like, it's so cool. Like, I'm really in. When I get into lore, I get into the lore of games. WoW, League, Overwatch. I love it. I love it. I want to know the entire history, the story, everything.
Have you ever played Diablo, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. No, you know, it's a Blizzard thing, you know.
It
absolutely,
is.
I got Diablos. I got all the Diablos still. I still have Warcraft 2.
Nice.
Warcraft 3, the old one and the new one, Diablo 1, Diablo 2. I'm pretty sure somewhere I still have the hard copies of it. Just have to go digging through the closet, all the boxes, but
That could also be a video for YouTube.
hey man, like, you know.
We had so many cool ideas on this podcast today.
I mean, hey, now the thing is, will I remember any of them?
There's gonna be a video. There's gonna be a video on YouTube, so you will never know.
Oh, that's right. I can go back and thank you, Bob.
Come on, man. There we go. All right. So we've been talking for a while now, and we don't want the video to be too long. So we will just ask one more question for me, and then one more question for Softy, and then we will stop recording. We won't stop doing the podcast, but we just stop recording. Okay? So, what is your favorite place that you visited in your life?
Gonna keep not making that face for the entire rest of the podcast with me.
I'm trying to think of how I want to answer, because I have honest answers. It's just a matter of how real we want to get on this podcast.
How real? We are not real. I'm not real. Soft is not real.
Cool.
What do you think?
We'll be right back after these messages.
That's a good time to end it.
Hot or cold?
No,
yeah, end the call.
I think one of my favorite places. It turned out to be my favorite place. One of them, and it's and I know how this is going to sound. I need you guys to just hear me out on this, okay? Keep an open mind. Was prison.
Which one?
When I was younger, I was really stupid. I did a bunch of dumb shit. I got myself landed in prison, right?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I was supposed to do 3 years. I did one, but I met some of the most interesting and life-changing individuals I'd ever experienced. And honestly, like it being there is the reason why I came out so straight.
Mm-hmm.
And is why I am where I am right now.
So wait, if you didn't go to prison, you would be gay or something?
Oh no! I mean straight as in like straight line. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, if anything else, prison would have made that.
Would not.
But no, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't awful. Like it was overcrowded as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything else, it really put into perspective racial inequality. Because like in North Carolina, all State Bureau of Investigation got investigated for 60,000 cases.
Yeah.
They So like, there was like 90% of our prison were black people.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was incredible. So like the people I met, the experiences I had, and what led out of it was absolutely phenomenal, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
So an experience for life.
I mean, kind of saved me because I was on a bad path,
Mm-hmm.
and not just going to prison, but the people I met and the things I did,
Mm-hmm.
and all that stuff. Like I went to school in prison. I attended therapy. Like I did stuff. I was proactive. It was a really good experience. Beyond that, so far Michigan, man. The UP up here. I live right on Lake Superior.
Mm-hmm.
On the largest body of fresh water left on Earth. It is, God, beautiful. There's only like the closest major city is hours away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I leave the city, it's just country as far as you can see. I love it. I
Nice.
love it. There's a sky park here where there's no light pollution allowed beyond the red shift. So
Nice.
I went there and tripped acid one time, and there you could see, and it was the Aurora Borealis that night.
Yeah.
So we had the northern lights coming in off the lake, and there's no light whatsoever for like a 10-mile.
Damn. Okay. Wow.
Oh my, yeah. Like they have a tower you could climb up on like 900 feet, and you look out, and you can see all the way to Chicago on a clear night. It was so
wow.
Wow.
So I love this place. So yeah, that's my favorite places.
All right. Well, Softy, you want to ask something? Anything. He's open for discussion.
Well, would you have done anything different? I guess, like, if you could, go back, would you have done anything different? That's all.
In what? In life?
Well, anything really. Like school, life, taking care of dogs, anything.
If I could turn back time. There we go.
I can say this with all honesty. My younger years were plagued with bad decisions, awful choices.
So you're not proud of that, basically.
Well, I hurt a lot of people in my life with the choices I made.
Mm-hmm.
But would I change any of it?
No.
No. Because I mean,
more people, end up saying really, it's just
that.
Yeah.
You
I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have the character I have now. And honestly, I feel like I'm a good person.
You are.
And I couldn't say that 12, 13 years ago, 15 years ago.
Well, also, if you didn't go through what you did, maybe you would be a different person today.
Exactly.
Like
so I wouldn't change any of it. Yeah. I needed. Yeah. No. I like who I am right now. I like the individual I am, and I wouldn't want that to change.
If you like to just take us let's say a little vacation. I don't know how to put this. Like you wanted to experiment with a job for about 2 weeks or something. Like what job would you dabble in? Because I know what mine would be.
I could choose a job that would take me anywhere I wanted.
Slovenia.
I want to go to Antarctica.
Oh.
Oh yeah. I want to spend 2 weeks or a month or a year in Antarctica.
That's what a Murloc would say.
I want to exist in a place where there really is no other humans at. That would be.
Do you want to prove yourself or just be in peace for 2 weeks?
I think it would be incredibly humbling.
Oh, true.
True. Not to have any kind of pollution around you,
Mm-hmm.
to not have any kind of social interference.
Mm-hmm.
No other humans besides maybe like 100 within like thousands and thousands and thousands of miles. And I want to go there before it becomes hospitable. Last year it got warmer in Antarctica in the winter than it did here in Michigan. Like it hit the 40s and the 50s in Antarctica. So eventually, it's not going to be inhospitable to humans.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to get ruined, just like Mount Everest eventually got ruined. Same with maybe oceans, and. So I would like to go see that little bit of untouched Earth.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're always welcome in Slovenia, my friend.
See, I have no idea even where that's at, but I want to see it.
It's, you know what it is? It's actually in the middle of Europe, like between
Really?
Hungary and Italy.
Really?
Yes, really small, but really nice, really beautiful. You can see whatever you want, like the Alps, the sea.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that in mind. Like,
Seriously,
I never.
I have a spare bed.
It could be untouched, like by humans and stuff, because like we're so far reaching.
True.
Like, it's all that.
True.
But like, I always love the idea of just going to Antarctica, just having like a really, really nice warm meal to come home to every day, and like just. I don't expect to just be chilling with penguins. Obviously, it's like a hard, hard not life out there.
Oh.
But I kind of like that, like the idea of like grinding for yourself out there, chopping wood and all that.
Think about it, the grand scheme. It's not really that hard to live out there anymore. Like we just had a guy literally walk across the entire thing. Like you can walk across the Antarctic now without, it is getting hospitable, so it's easier to live there and survive. Which is why I want to go there so bad, because
I just love watching the waves crash against like glaciers or something. Just great.
Because eventually the ice shelves are gonna melt. Blah 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 blah.
Eventually.
I'm not gonna get into that now, but we all know it's gonna happen.
You won't see that, by the way. Trust me. We'll be all dead before that happens.
So.
But the question is, if you go to Antarctica, Murloc, aren't you afraid you're gonna meet the penguins from Madagascar? They fuck you up, man.
Wait, that'd be freaking sick.
You didn't see anything.
The question is, can I understand what they're saying?
Of course you can. Sure you can.
Then yes, I would. Not only are they talking penguins, but it's talking Madagascar penguins.
Hell yeah!
What are you even doing here? Tell me your story. How did you end up here? Like you were in New York last movie. What are you doing?
Well, they went to Antarctica in the movie because they got lost. They did go. So you could be there like, oh shit, hello.
Last I checked, they were running a circus. They were like.
Oh yes, they were. Yeah. Oh my god. Well, this has been a lot of fun, Murloc. Thank you very much for being here. You were our second guest, by the way, so you're the second guest of honor.
Well, thank you very much for having me, guys. This is really something new to me, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
I hope you had fun. Yes, we had a lot of fun. I mean, I had. Softy probably didn't.
Podcast. Couple of months from now, though.
No, we will, we don't want to discuss everything about it, because we don't want to, maybe bring you back one day, if you want, Who knows,
That's,
If you discuss about...
I guess we'll see how many views you get on this video, huh? See if it's worth having me back, eh?
No, we do this for fun. We don't care about the views, man. We do this. We have some friends in real life who actually watch us on YouTube as well. That's why we actually post it, Or maybe somebody from Caffeine wants to rewatch, right?
Someone needs to catch up. That's true.
Or Murloc wants to remember what he said, right? That's why we do this, but we don't do this.
That'd be amazing.
That's a good reason.
Yeah, we don't do this for publicity or to become famous. We don't care about that. I mean, I don't. Probably Softy does, but we fight afterwards.
I'm not gonna argue if you guys get monetized, but
Nah.
Yeah, exactly. We wouldn't argue either.
I mean, we wouldn't argue, yes, but
we're not aiming to do that. It's not
we're just
really
doing
that.
this because we both like to talk, we
cool.
like to touch on topics, and we like to meet new cool people like you. So, thank you for being here.
well, I appreciate it. It's really good getting to meet you, Hit.
You too, man.
Like I said, I know Saki for a good while now, but it's really cool that you guys are doing this. And again, thanks for having me on here. Letting me ramble on about all the random shit that I don't normally get to ramble about. For anyone that watched or will watch.
We always like the idea of another person on the screen.
Famous last words from Murloc. Let's go.
I guess the only thing I got left to say is
Yes.
Well said.
Alright. See you guys. Have fun.